You haven't started yet. Trying to get this gold trophy. I gotta do all the arcades with Nickelodeon to get this shit, man. I just got like, I think I got 3 gold trophies last night into this morning. It's not a hard platinum, actually. I don't know why the platinum percentage is so low for this one. It's not. But it's fairly easy. Obviously we got a lot of topics to talk about. We have some new topics that I created based off of the stuff that we're seeing. We already talk about Xbox fans a lot. I mean, we don't normally, I don't feel like we do it as much, but we will do it a lot today. Because there was just a lot of stuff that came from the showcase that we found out to be false. And that's also when we're looking at like game releases from the first party that are well known. And that's like Forza. You know, like, there shouldn't be any reason to lie about Forza. Forza normally always looks good unless it's not ready. Seeing that Forza is shown off this year and not coming out this year is different from them. I just wanted to speak on that real quick. Normally when we see Forza, it's gonna be shown off in June. It's gonna come out in September. This time Forza is shown off in June and it's coming out next spring. You know, like, it spells a little bit of disaster. There's no way they would be able to show off gameplay that's running on the Xbox console. So that's exactly what happened.
Until the music is still on.
Yeah, it's really sad that, like, you know, your game that can get a 90 on Metacritic, you want to show it off on PC. You don't want to show it. Like, even them showing it off on PC doesn't look as good as the PS5 version of Gran Turismo 7.
Jay,
What a lot of Xbox
the music is on.
trying to argue until they found out it was the PC build, and they also found out that ray tracing won't be in game. Again, the developer had to come out in an interview and clarify this stuff because he saw the Xbox fans lying about it online. Phil Spencer didn't even try to correct anybody.
Jay, the music is on.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Thanks, man. True Witty's in here. Yeah, the music is off now. But yeah, like I was saying, it's a lot of lies going on about the Xbox showcase from Xbox fans doing a lot of damage control across Twitter, YouTube, and anywhere else. They are just on damage control mode. They're lying about every single thing. And again, Phil Spencer is the leader. He's supposed to not like toxicity in the community. He's supposed to be honest. The fact that he can't keep his Xbox fan base in check when it comes to important information. Like, you know, we want to know what's really going down. Yeah, we want to know what's going down with these games. We don't want to know false news. False news, fake news, lies, rumors. They're not really helping us get to the bottom of any of this stuff. I mean, now that we see the snitch on Twitter can actually get real information. It was a day I knew was going to come. A day I hope would come. And now we no longer have to listen to any of Jeff Grubb or any rumors coming from anybody else. And I will be the first one to say, don't bring me any more rumors. If it's not from the snitch, I don't want to fucking know it. Because we all know they were false for some time now. And, yeah. What's going on, True Woody?
I'm good. I'm just listening to you.
I mean, that's all we had, though. Let's be honest. That's all we had. We all only had rumors from sources that we couldn't name or Jeff Grubb, and they all ended up being wrong, especially the showcase. All the rumors regarding the showcase, majority of them were wrong, especially the good shit. You know, the stuff that we would say as PlayStation fans would give Xbox a W. Xbox fans knew that. That's why they created the rumors that this and that would be at the showcase, or this and this would go to Game Pass at the showcase. They know what good news is, and they created it. It wasn't real. It never was real. You know? Final Fantasy VII going to Xbox via Game Pass or going to Xbox period was a rumor created by Xbox fanboys. We find out that was false. I've told people for years Persona was going multi-plat. As soon as Sega started putting Yakuzas on PC, I already knew where they were going. Remember, you know, they're a publisher. They don't. I mean, they can make deals with Sony all they want. That's where their fan base is. But you know,
but they can't.
They think that most game, if you put more games on more platforms, then it's gonna make them more money. And that's Sega. That's what Sega believes. And that's why I believe they didn't want to keep the contract with Sony, or they felt that it wasn't going to be profitable for them to keep games only on PlayStation. This is something they have to learn in the long run to see if their decision was the right decision. I just saw something sports related. The assistant coach for Golden State, he was going to leave to go to another basketball team. He ultimately just decided he's not going. He's going to stay. Again, sometimes gold is more important than green, right? Getting awards is more important than money. And some developers are willing to get the money from Microsoft and sacrifice the awards and the praise and the gratefulness from their real long-term fans over here at PlayStation. And I can't stop them. I can't stop them. If that's the road they want to go down, let them do it. Get the money from Microsoft and get rejected from PlayStation fans that have always been your fans. It's something I see a lot of developers sacrificing. Might go for this gold trophy right now. I think the only hard trophy I'm about to have is probably the last multi-platform trophy. I mean the last multiplayer trophy, which I gotta fight somebody in competitive mode 5 times. But I'm gonna go look up a walkthrough to see exactly what I have to do. So we got Cat Dog out the way, Toastman, Garfield. So we got 1, 2, and oh god, we got 1, 2. I hate playing this game with players you don't want to play with. Even though this is an easy platinum, it's just like
Yo, the Lord is here.
what's going on, man?
Oh my goodness.
That's a nice title.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
I know you're a father to 18 kids out there, so I'm not even gonna.
It's only 13.
Not even gonna fuck around and pretend like you're not a fucking father at this point. We already know you spread your seed 85 miles past New York.
Yeah,
so
I got more
we're
kids.
not gonna fuck around with that one. We already know. Spartan, you're here, bro.
I am.
We're gonna talk to you about. I died. We're gonna talk to you about our first topic. Why are Xbox fans in damage control, and why are they basically not purposely, not, you know, this is not something they want to do. This is not something they plan on, but they're going head to head with Xbox developers. So they have put out a rumor, and then it has to be clarified or corrected by an Xbox developer, and then it makes them look bad.
Which one?
It makes the Xbox fans look bad. So the Xbox fans start a rumor. It gets confirmed that it's wrong. The developer in question corrects them. Then they go back on Twitter and they just getting smacked in the face with L's. And we're talking about the in-game ray tracing from Forza, and we're also talking about Forza running on Xbox Series X when in fact it was only
on PC.
So
yeah.
It's just so much of like.
I heard.
It's so. Let me put it this way. I just want to put it real simple. It's so much of them not learning their lesson. Real simple. Like, stop lying. Stop capping. Stop with the rumors.
It won't.
Because we no longer have to wait weeks, in some cases, months or years for the truth to come out. In many cases, the truth can come out the following day and maybe even a few hours from when the lie started. In the case of the showcase, when the showcase started streaming and after it was done, before the showcase, there were still Xbox fans running around Twitter with a fake list. And they swore on everything that list was going to come true. It took hours to confirm that was false. They destroyed their own credibility.
Yeah, I want to know.
You want to know what? You want to know why though, Jay?
What's up?
Because they believe that on the Xbox extended, those rumors will still come true.
But the extension was only for more gameplay. They said that. See, this is what I'm saying. Xbox fans are not listening.
Yo,
they're not learning either.
Hey Jay.
Yeah.
I looked at your title when it says "feel a lot to them." One thing I've noticed is, you know, when you send somebody else to do your dirty work. One thing I've noticed, Phil don't even say too much anymore. Have you noticed?
Yes.
They don't say too much anymore at all.
Okay, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Okay, a lot of people are gonna take offense to this, but I want y'all to understand this. Let me pause the game real quick. Don't worry, I can play it and talk. I've done it so many fucking years. But this is important. Phil Spencer is like a Jesus Christ figure or a Michael Jackson figure,
Messiah.
right? Yeah, or like The Rock, right? At the status The Rock is, let's use that as a more modern day, example. The status that The Rock is, like almost any and everything he does is hot fire. Even if he's in a movie that's not good, the movie still does good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like you can't fail with him, right? Beautiful wife, beautiful kids, always giving back to his family and friends and people that work for his organization. He's just a really good guy. There's nothing bad about it. But if he says something, best believe there's gonna be a soundbite. Or maybe we can use a better example. LeBron James. If LeBron James says or does anything, you best believe they're gonna make an article about it. They're gonna make a video.
Drake is more because
Drake too.
Criticism, but he don't give a fuck. He's still
exactly. So it's like Phil Spencer has to be very careful with anything he says. Shit, do you remember when he was doing the webcam videos during the pandemic, and based off of what was on his bookshelf, people made rumors up that
like the little figurines and all that.
And it was like a Luden's figure from Death Stranding. And Xbox was like, Death Stranding is coming to Xbox Game Pass, and it never came over, never got announced. And it's like those simple things. And if you want to understand why Phil Spencer doesn't say a lot, it's not that he doesn't want to. Everything is scrutinized that he says. Do you remember all his statements about single player games don't do good anymore? All that shit.
Yeah, the Horizon and Breath of the Wild.
Exactly. So he took a lot of L's on his statements, and then fast forward 3 years, he can't say anything because his fan base goes crazy. Whatever he says, they go to the extreme. If he looks at a different studio, if he compliments on a different game, these guys run around the internet with just made up bullshit. And he doesn't even want to try. Like, not only does he doesn't want to engage with the crazy fanboys on Xbox, he doesn't want to give them any ammo to start any collateral damage or fake news and rumors that he might have to go into an interview and correct. I mean, that's the worst thing to do, is to know how stupid your fucking fans are and then have to correct an interviewer based on the rumors started by the fans.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen Jim Ryan or Herman have to correct their interviewer based on rumors that were started by the PlayStation community, but Phil Spencer had to do it multiple times.
That shit is embarrassing, bro. Like, honestly, it really is. I think the most scrutinized one is when they came out with the Xbox One X, his marketing, like the true 4K. When PlayStation people could use their own words against Xbox dudes about when he said true 4K is anything hitting that buffer, it's correct. It's true. Because your TV fills the pixels, so no matter how you get there, it's still 4K. Not 1440p upscale, but if it's half of the axis, 1920 by 2160, and then the rest is filled, there's 4K. Technically, he's right. But look, he don't even talk, and when I see you say he lies to them, honestly, Phil hasn't really said anything in the last 2.5 years after the I think after the PS5 came out and it was outperforming, when he said, we don't know why. We're working hard on it. They made up shit about tools using Digital Foundry. Like, shit like that is annoying. Like, and I see why he don't want to say too much, which is good. But on the part about the ray tracing and all of that and Forza, didn't we go through this shit last year with Forza Horizon and Gran Turismo?
Yep.
Like, I could have swore we were saying, oh, it's ray tracing in the game, in-game while you race, and then it's not. It's only in replays, and then in the mode, I forgot what it's called, the garage thing. The replays and Gran Turismo, same shit. So why are we having this conversation again? And honestly, Forza Motorsport should have ray tracing inside the game. because it doesn't use that much horsepower, like say Forza Horizon does. But it's not a strain on the CPU and the RAM, so it should really does. But I don't know why. Honestly, why they I see Xbox just bickering with each other,
I think I know why.
but bitching about
It's a big elephant in the room.
Final Fantasy.
Nope. It's their additional hardware, the weaker one. They're
Yep.
always gonna have to make up for how weak the Xbox Series S is.
Bro, honestly,
Series
That's
S,
true.
man.
not
Series
weak.
S.
Believe it or not, that system is not weak at all.
It
I
is
know,
weak.
but if they
I'm gonna
wanna
tell you how
if they
to-
wanna do in-game ray tracing
Oh,
and they
no,
wanna do
Blink.
60 frames per second on Starfield, like that
The memory
system is
bandwidth is
not.
terrible.
The
Yeah, that
bandwidth,
system is
that's the
not ready
problem.
for that, man.
That's
The
problem.
memory is slow. It's got a small amount of it.
Yep.
That's the major bottleneck with that console,
Yeah,
and that's what developers will tell you. It's the slow RAM and the smaller RAM amount, and the split pools of RAM.
right.
The RAM in general
You
is
know
just
what
an
this shit
issue.
reminds me of, bro?
PS3.
What's
I'm gonna
that?
tell y'all some real fucking y'all
No.
guys know about this, right? When you
PS3
go
was
to
a
the
great
fucking
console.
club and you got that pretty girl with the
Mm.
ugly chick or the fat chick,
Yeah.
and it's like you have to make her feel the fat chick or the ugly chick feel good to be able to score with the pretty
He
chick.
bad as fuck, bro. Stop
Hey,
playing.
now, but back in the day, it wasn't like that.
Nah, it was.
No, I wasn't. No, whatever. We
Nah,
gotta
it
agree to
wasn't.
disagree
Not
on
as
that one.
much. But you're right,
But
man.
yeah, long story short, I feel like the Xbox Series S is the weaker, less appealing, less attractive person, right? But
Right.
they both are, let's say, sisters, and you, if you want to like put your stuff on the better one, you still have to mess around with the other one. And sadly, I don't think any developer, small or big, has a choice in the matter. They have to put it
Oh.
on the weaker system.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yo, Jay.
I mean, they could have just made an Xbox Series X and made it all digital. I don't understand. Like, I know why they did it. They wanted to make a cheaper alternative to beat the price conversation with PlayStation.
Right.
But this was not the right way to do it, bro.
It really wasn't.
Like PlayStation released this gen, we had a physical and a digital. They're exactly the same.
Exactly.
They took off $100. It's still the same system. Why go like try to make it $200 cheaper by cutting costs on things that are gonna hurt developers?
Because
Bro, I swear, like, in the
Yo, Jay!
Everybody in this bitch today.
What up, bro? What up? Nah,
Because the richer company doesn't care.
I thought you said the
That's
Witcher
why.
company didn't care.
Wait,
Because
what you were saying, Games?
yeah, I was just gonna say real quick. It's like in the search for their W's, right? Even if it's just one, they'll actually accumulate about 3 or 4 L's in the process, bro. Just for one W.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it always is with them, bro.
Yo, I think the PS4 really hurt them because the launch, it was cheaper and more powerful, right? They had the conversation of both. With the Xbox Series consoles, they got the more powerful system on paper and the least powerful, but at the same time, the cheaper. They wanted to have both conversations. I think what really fucked them up is the moment Digital Foundry did the comparison of a Forza game on the One X and the Series S. When the One X had the higher resolution, it had good detail, not as much foliage as the Series X, but it was basically 50-50. I think that's what crippled that shit when you had a last-gen console that could keep up with your newer one and do shit better. That right there, I think, was a turning point last year when they just gave
I don't know if that could be, but
Let's think about
they
it.
don't have any software. That's the main issue.
Right. Hey, but
over
Link,
there.
Link, you see how you mentioned bandwidth, right?
Yeah.
The Xbox One X itself and the Xbox Series X has the same amount of memory bandwidth, 36 gigabytes per second, and the One X has 326. There's no difference in that. Legit, there would be no difference in that. The amount that would give you is 45 pixels off. legit.
Relax.
That was the problem. They should have just made the Xbox One X and put the better CPU in it.
Yeah, but
Like for $350.
they wanted to come in at a cheaper
Bro,
price point.
That's $50 more.
But look, Spartan, I think that most people forget that they tried to do this before, and this was during the 360. The entire 360 was weaker than it should have been. They cut corners, they cut costs, they try to make it the cheapest system. They wanted the PlayStation to look like the baddest bad guy out there, because they knew if they could not beat them head to head with legacy games, they had to beat them in another department. And that's the original story of making Xbox look like the pro-consumer choice versus the anti-consumer or the one that doesn't care about you. I'm like, PlayStation created a whole alternate generation for, older gamers. Something that Sega didn't do, something that Nintendo didn't do. And I'm like, wow, the disrespect that, they were able to get away with it during the 360. Completely just flip the script on PlayStation's bad guy. They never liked you. They're the bad guy. And then PlayStation came back. Then it's the PS4 generation. And then it's like PlayStation doesn't do it. The Xbox. Xbox does it to themselves with the DRM talking and with having a more powerful system by forcing you to have the camera bundled in with the console. And it's like...
And then they lied. They said it can't work without it.
Exactly. They lied and said
that was the funniest lie ever, bro. Immediately that would be able to fix the whole.
So Xbox ended up being a product of their own marketing where, in 360 generation, we're the good guys, we're pro-consumer. With the beginning of the Xbox One, it was like, you're the bad guy. You're anti-consumer. And then
that product of their own undoing.
Yeah, and then 2016 it started to flip around. We're pro-consumer. We love you. You can play anywhere. Blah blah blah. Year later, Game Pass really starts to get rolling in 2017, and then this whole 2018, 2019 shit. You guys know, best deal in gaming. We're so pro-consumer. We give you those subscription for $1. Shit like that.
Remember that All Access shit?
Yeah, I remember. That's how it started. Yeah, it was an all access, and then they rolled in a Game Pass because the all access didn't really help. PC gamers was not there for them, and then they, as you see, they had to force to put their games on Steam, even though this was something they didn't want to do.
Yeah, honestly, and this is money for Link and Jay and Game for Eternity. Do you think they proud of themselves, or they think they lost confidence with the system they put? The hardware alone.
Oh, they're proud of themselves.
If we're talking about this generation, I think they're proud of themselves. Yeah.
They're proud of themselves.
They got the talking points within the first year and a half that they wanted. For 2020 and 2021, they got the talking points, which it was a more powerful system, 12 teraflops. They got
and they didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, they got the talking points on power, but in that first year in the half a year after, let's say the half a year after the system actually came out, right? So they're getting this information from December of 20. Let me think about this. December of 2019, right? And then all the way to November of 2020, which is almost a year of you being able to advertise your shit on the market. A half a year after that, after November 2020. That's when it was pretty much over for Xbox. It wasn't because the PS5 was selling so much better. It was because we had a better library of games starting out. PlayStation started the new PlayStation Premium pathway, which was PlayStation Plus Collection, where people started to say, wow, this is a good deal. If they continue to do something like this, it'd be better in Game Pass. They were listening. But it was really all about... Xbox not being able to create better games, not being able to stop people like Digital Foundry from showing that they had bottlenecks, even in the more powerful console they had created. And it was just, again, a half year after November 2020, it was like they couldn't do anything. They would have had to fight on bringing out games front, having much better games on Game Pass, which, again, I want to be honest, I think they did. I think they had a really, really strong showing in a half year after November 2020 when it came to Game Pass. It was the half year after that, on the tail end of 2020, the tail end of 2021, where it started to slow down. They brought out Halo, they had brought out Forza, but ultimately, a month after both of those games launched on Xbox One, it wasn't enough to keep interest. You know, Forza was nice and pretty, but again, after the reviews came out, it was certified a 90 on Metacritic. It was certified a golden game. Xbox fans left the hype train. Halo, supposed to be a forever game, aka games as a service. They didn't do much servicing for that game. The community left within weeks of it coming out.
Hey, Jay.
And it's just like it continued to get bad. Not because PlayStation's so good, but because Xbox just doesn't know how to manage anything related to the gaming industry. If it's not a rolling success on its own, I don't think we can expect Microsoft, Phil Spencer, to nurture success like Sony nurtured House Marquee in the story of Returnal.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't have that type of skill or care for
But that's why they're buying publishers.
And that's why, yeah, like you said, they're buying publishers, and that's why they're also not.
They're going to be in the same problem.
They're not confident.
You can buy all the publishers you want, but you're still the boss.
Yeah.
So you still need to help them in some capacity. You need to lead them in some capacity.
Hey, Jay.
There's no leadership. I think that's what I was looking for.
Jay, I could think of two games that also fucked it up, right? Because a problem with Xbox, right? They attach themselves to something popular, but as soon as it gets like negative, it's stuck with Xbox, right? Now we all know CD Projekt Red is PC related as well. They have Xbox. Do y'all remember the fuck up Cyberpunk had, the impact that had, and also the impact Assassin's Creed had, Valhalla, when it launched? All of that was marketed with Xbox. Do you remember the day Digital Foundry and every analysis on Twitter said that game, those two games ran 60 frames per second locked on PS5 and had no issues? That right there hurt them. And in 2021, last year, one game, like since y'all mentioned publishers, they bought Bethesda, and the one fucking game they didn't have that they harped on for the Game Awards was Deathloop. That was another thing that kind of fucked them over last year, because think about it. They had Forza, they had Halo, but when the Game Awards time came, what was it talking about? Deathloop. It Takes Two.
Yeah.
All of those three games right there. Also,
And that was their studios.
huh?
And I said that was their studios.
Yeah, literally. But here's the thing, and what made it worse with the shit about the Kojima shit, the rumors, is when Death Stranding got a re-release. That also, like the director's cut that they made fun of, and then Ghost of Tsushima came out. So it was like ongoing. Last year, they basically got beat up by PlayStation. It's not, like Jay said, it's not because PlayStation does good. It's not PlayStation's fault. Exactly. You cannot manage, bro. That is your fault. Because think about it.
See, this is the thing, bro. What you're saying hold on. What Spartan is saying is facts, and the Xbox fans need to acknowledge that. If Xbox fans acknowledge it, they won't be so pissed off every time they take an L. I'm serious. If they acknowledge it's not really PlayStation making you take an L, it's management, then I think they'd be a better fucking fan base. You gotta be critical of the shit you love so it can get better, so it can learn.
But they can't. It's crazy, man. They can't fucking do that, because if they do that, that's gonna make them look weak. But in actuality, it makes them stronger. It makes them look stronger, actually. But their mindset's fucked up. So they think it makes them look weak. Oh, it's gonna make us look bad to the Sony fanboys. We can't look bad to the Sony fanboys. We already been looking bad for years. You know, all this bullshit. Hold them niggas accountable, bruh. That's all. That's all
They
we ask.
no, they think if they
Man,
feed into the critique, bro, niggas is gonna leave Xbox. That's what they know, and they already know that. That's the scary part. They know niggas will switch and go buy a system because people spoke with it while it's last gen. They went and they got a PS4.
yeah.
They eventually bought an Xbox with like the One S and One X. Yes, they did, but they was predominantly on PlayStation now. But
So, Spartan,
what's up, Jay?
I don't know when we're gonna talk about the UK sales report, but I'm gonna go over to GameIndustry.biz to see if they have the chart up. I know
Oh,
that.
the PlayStation is selling more this month already.
Oh, I don't know. Where's
well.
that data coming from? Is that coming from like VG Charts or somebody, or is it coming from the sales report from UK? Because I wanted to see. I don't think we had any new games come out this month.
I see Elden Ring went back to the top, and then that Mario shit.
Yeah,
But,
I did see. I don't know what's up with Elden Ring, but I mean, it's a nice bounce back. I think it had a couple new updates recently. Let's
Hey
see.
Jay,
Game.
Jay, you see how you mentioned somebody doing bad so the other one could do good?
Yeah.
We should go back in history. You know how strong PlayStation is. If y'all want to know, when PlayStation had their first console and they had to go up against Nintendo, who was a veteran in it, did the N64 do bad at all?
Nope.
From 1994 to 1996, they had more and better games than PlayStation.
And I feel
That's
like
fact.
the graphics were better on 64. Like,
You think?
PlayStation had like they did 3D, but it was like
What?
towards the edge of the models, they were all like really really pixelated, right?
Right.
But on the Nintendo 64, like the edge of the models are really really crisp.
Yep.
I remember this.
No,
even as a kid.
Nintendo 64 had good graphics.
Yeah.
Especially with
So
Tekken.
it was yeah, exactly. So it was like you got the, as a kid, around 8, 9, even 10 years old, I'm seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
But going towards 10, 11, and 12, I'm gravitating to PlayStation regardless of the graphics, and it's because of the variety of games that Nintendo just does not supply. And then getting older and older, I continue to move away from Nintendo because of the games. Long story short, yeah, it's impressive that Nintendo Switch didn't beat PlayStation in a generation where we were going towards 3D, and I feel like the 64 had better three-dimensional graphics than PlayStation 1.
They definitely did. But look, I brought that up just to show you. Y'all keep saying, "Oh no," because PlayStation doing this, everybody looks bad, right? I'm gonna tell you this: Sony went against Nintendo on their first try, and what did they do? They built relationship and built those people up, not try to take over, buy
Legends.
them. They built them
But
up.
that's how you do it. But Microsoft doesn't understand that.
Question: who won that generation in sales?
PlayStation, right?
And that was on their first try, right?
Yeah.
Now, Xbox enters. They go against Nintendo as well. Excluding PlayStation, ignore that. Niggas is doing too much outside. Besides PlayStation, out of the Xbox and the GameCube, who won in sales? Yeah, I know.
Which one?
I said, excluding PlayStation from the 6th gen, PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. Excluding PlayStation because we already know they won. Who won between Xbox and Nintendo? Because I know for damn
I
sure.
think Nintendo won. Yeah, I think GameCube won.
The Xbox did.
The Xbox won in sales?
Yep, 5 million more.
Okay.
And do you know why? Because they pushed gaming IPs that you could only get fucking here, and they pushed on relationships, especially the Ninja Theories and the fucking BioWare. And they formed big partnerships from the start and pushed the fucking games. That's where they need to get back to. I don't think you realize how much of a compliment it is for me, of all people, to tell you Xbox could do good. The problem is they fanboys aren't real fans. They hurt the brand more than the fucking executives do. They would tell you straight up, the executives, what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen. the fanboys run with something and get mad at them. I remember that E3 when Phil Spencer had to start blocking them. Y'all remember that? I think 2018.
I remember that.
He started blocking people. And that's not him. You know he entertains the fuckery somewhat. But for him to block people, that should tell you something. And then look, they can't even market their own system, the most powerful console in the world. Now it's the world's most powerful Xbox. That was what really crippled them. And here's what it works.
If we didn't have Digital Foundry, we wouldn't have known that
Xbox
was so weak.
No, you would have known. Trust me. They got people on the side doing videos.
I know, but I'm still saying.
What the fuck you eating?
I'm eating food. Don't worry about it. I'm eating cat
Digital
food.
Foundry is the main one that
Digital Foundry, even though I like other people, Digital Foundry made such a name for themselves that when it comes to comparison, people look for them to do their shit first compared to anybody. Like, even me, I don't like them, but I'm going to look forward to the Last of Us comparison. Best
I'll even tech, that's why I love my shit. But Jay, you know what's something else? Because Link had mentioned software, right? Which is games, of course, but remember, also our engines. Do you remember what's the most popular engine in Xbox Studios that's used? Truity knows.
Truity, what is it?
Think of Gears of War. Because y'all all know what I'm about to say. Not only did Sony take back their marketing, the partners that they formed, Xbox with the 360 era, Sony's taking them. Sony is legit, low-key, taking over the marketing association of the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, the Epic, from Epic.
Right. Yeah. You remember that demo we saw? Nigga, PlayStation is synonymous with the Unreal Engine, even though most Xbox studios use it. Right now, that engine is synonymous with the PS5. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Low-key, Microsoft and PC, their games been carrying the Unreal Engine in popularity, their partnerships. So Microsoft pushed that. Well, look, Sony took that from them. Just by a demo, one fucking demo, and they took from you. That should have never happened. I mean, you had Gears of War 5 look fucking fantastic on the 1S, 1X, and the Xbox Series consoles. And it did nothing to change people's minds. So, I think, Jay, that's why they're fighting. Because, honestly, what do you have left to say? You can't say anything. And you can't even get mad at PlayStation. It's your fault. Like, Halo looks better than Starfield. I'm sure we all agree on that. It looks better. The trees, the gun, the movement, choppy. Even in the beginning stages of Halo.
What did you say that looks better than Starfield?
I said Halo Infinite looks better than Starfield. And if any of y'all disagree, y'all must be
Hey, cut that out. Hey, call the cops. Call the cops. Get that motherfucker out of here now. Yeah, call the motherfuckers out of here, man. This dude just said fucking Halo looks better than Starfield. That's illegal. That's Xbox on Xbox violence, and I don't like it.
Hey, yo.
I'm fucked up, bro. Get this guy out of here.
I would agree with you if you said Returnal, but I wouldn't say Halo, bro.
No, I agree. I do agree. And the reason why I agree is because in a generation where we're supposed to go beyond 1080p, we're supposed to go beyond 4K, right? Because they mastered that last gen. At the end of last gen, they mastered resolution, right? I know that a lot of people didn't. I know that there's still games 1440p on consoles, but for the best part, they were able to get comfortably outside of 1080p, which is what we all wanted. They were still stuck in 30 because of the hardware restriction, but guess what happened? When they brought out the Pro, when they brought out the X, they started to itch away from just 30 frames. Now with this generation, you could easily do 60 on consoles and still have above 1080p. With that being said, you have to give Halo Infinite a big thumbs up compared to Starfield because it is doing 60 frames above 1080p, and Starfield is locked to 30 frames at 1080p sometimes or above. That's what they're claiming
Mind
above,
you,
but I
the
don't.
first showing we saw of Halo, right? That
Actually,
little trailer. That
the
trailer was.
first showing of Halo looked terrible. The
But
first
look,
showing of Starfield looks better than the
Which
first
one are
showing
you
of
talking
Halo.
about? Which
Witty,
showing?
we showing demo
I don't
wise.
care,
If
bro.
I pull
I
up
know the
Halo
one
right
True Witty
now,
talking about, but
The time when the Halo had that meme, like me.
yeah, but it still look better than fucking Starfield. And then the reason why
nah,
I'm gonna
not
tell you,
that one.
listen, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, True Witty. I want you to listen to this. From
Go ahead.
from gamers that have been comfortable playing around in 60 frames, right? And we could see the choppiness of Starfield. The presentation, even though we had a bad showing of the enemy after he had his helmet removed, still was much smoother. It was better on the eyes. Not only that, the vegetation was better, even though it might be worse in terms of PlayStation exclusive. But as far as Xbox game versus Xbox game, Halo did better.
Did much better, bro. Like, and look at the finish.
And that's just the first showing. We're not talking about how it looks now. Like, what it looks like now just completely dog stomped Starfield. And again, I feel like and I wasn't the first I wasn't the only person to say this. Somebody else said this. I think it was
Starfield is in the finished product.
I know,
Bro,
but hear me out.
The first
Wasn't
Halo
the dude on Digital
be worse.
Foundry, the old dude, said exactly what I said, right? The one with the glasses. He said that he thinks they doing too much, and I said the same thing when I saw it.
I agree. I don't think they should have $2,000.
No Man's Sky.
Don't get me
I
started.
don't think they should have.
I was on that shit yesterday, bro, and that game is just it's not too much, but it is a lot that you got to do in there, and it has multiplayer and it's 60 frames, and you could go from first person to third person. I'm sorry, bro. Starfield is a carbon copy, and I love this because I'm gonna go at these niggas for the next 2 years. If you are sitting up there and you're saying, "Oh, I'm hyped for Starfield," I'm gonna say, "What about your excitement for the game you got right now?" No Man's Sky. What about that? That one right over there.
Yeah, because y'all got the game.
You got the game.
Y'all bragged about when y'all got the game.
Exactly.
Oh, you don't have it. It got better resolution. But look at this. The funny thing is, I said No Man's Sky looks better, and that game was on the base PS4 in 2016, right? I bought the game on PlayStation 4 and PC at the time. Got refunds, but still owned the game.
Yeah, me too.
But if that game on a fucking device that is 9.7 times weaker architectural wise, GPU wise, than the Xbox Series X. Yes, don't think the numbers add up. There's more that goes into it.
Halo 5 looks better than Halo Infinite.
Witty, 9.7 times weaker than the Xbox Series X with all the GPU shit bandwidth. If that game looks better on that system than the one you're giving right now, something's wrong. If Halo Infinite looks better than Starfield from its original demo, even the launch product, the original product, the first gameplay we've seen that wasn't CGI, if that looks better than what we saw in Starfield, that should tell you something. Because Halo, it looks alright, but it's not like all that glamorous like Gears 5 was. But if Halo looks better than Starfield from its first gameplay showing, that should tell you something, bro. That should really tell you something. That's bad. And I'm gonna just use Xbox games itself. I don't gotta use PlayStation. There's games right now, like Playground Games mastering fucking open world with Forza, and it shouldn't be, bro. We got 4K 60 frames in both modes in Forza Horizon 5.
Exactly.
An open world game. You may say, "Oh, it's different. This world is bigger." Who told them to do all of that?
Let me hold on. This is what I want everybody to understand, right? I can speak for No Man's Sky. I will not speak for what's the name, because they did not give us a quote. On No Man's Sky, I believe you could travel across the whole planet. And the reason why I say I believe is because I'm not stupid enough to waste that much time in a fucking day. but I do know that you can land on any area on the planet. Once you go out into the space, you can come back into any area on the planet. You can walk very far to the point that you just want to stop walking. But they do have vehicles like jeeps and exoskeleton machines, robots that you can hop into. No Man's Sky has evolved into something that they're trying to do with Starfield. And that's why a lot of people drew the comparisons. They didn't draw the comparisons from how No Man's Sky started. They're drawing the comparisons about what made No Man's Sky come back. Why people were excited to actually go back into it and play the game and buy the game. Like, again, I would get lawyers involved if they could get away with suing Bethesda for stealing their idea, because it is a complete carbon copy. I go back to saying this. Ted, what is his name? Rob Tobison.
From what?
What's his name? The Bethesda dude.
Oh, Todd Howard.
Todd Howard, or Todd Catman, I like to call him. Todd Howard never gave a statement on you can travel through the whole fucking planet. Every planet you go onto, you can travel through every inch of the planet. He never said that. So until then, I would expect that there's a good amount of planets you can go to, and they're gonna all be story related because this is a single player game. And
He's already stated how many planets you can go to that story related.
How many planets are those?
Four
main ones.
Four main planets.
Well, again, then No Man's Sky has it, because if you go to any of the other ones, they might either be super small, or like it might just have a moon, or like, bro, it's just like, I don't believe what he's saying. Unless they took the algorithm from No Man's Sky, which they could sue on that shit, then I don't believe what he's saying. That's a tall order for Bethesda. The motherfuckers that...
No. Hold on. That game is going to be buggy as hell.
Exactly. I don't believe it. I believe the 4 planets, because on Star Wars, I've visited like 3 or 4, 5 planets so far on Star Wars Fallen Order. But obviously you can't walk, story related. You can't walk everywhere. So what I'm understanding is the story related ones, you can't walk everywhere. There are story related solar systems and planets on No Man's Sky where you can walk everywhere. You don't have to go to that area when you land on that planet. You can walk around wherever the fuck you want. You can dig a hole all the way to the center of the earth if you have enough materials, and that's what you want to do. That's how you want to waste your fucking time. You can do that. So No Man's Sky is the definitive Starfield adventure.
And it's an indie game.
And it has, it's an indie game. It's multiplayer.
The detail. Sorry.
What do you say?
Listen.
Hold on. I'm trying to hear Games for Eternity. I think his mic is low. What do you say about detail?
He said 16 times the detail.
That's what Todd Howard said.
Yeah, but he said that about Fallout 4.
Yeah, he did say that about Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm going to say is, it's cool to do all of that stuff. But let's be honest. Xbox fans aren't going to play this. This is a PC game for PC fans.
Thank you, Jay.
I'm gonna tell you one thing though. That game needs day one mods. They probably gonna be on key.
They're gonna mod it, but what can you do with a game? And I don't know if it will be online only. I'm assuming it will. They're claiming it's a single player, but I assume that they're gonna try to have it online in some capacity, because how do you have a single player game generate that many worlds offline?
That is a very good point. How the hell is that gonna?
That is,
bro. It's gonna.
The RAM.
You know what though?
Fucking RAM.
The RAM is gonna do that. That's still a big task. It would be easier. It would be easier if the game was online and it was generating that shit.
Yeah.
That means That means the system is made from the Series S and then moved up to the Xbox Series X.
Wait, what?
Because the Series X has the lowest RAM, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trudy is right. That's why it says xCloud. Oh, damn.
xCloud. That's why I
Yeah.
said they're gonna have to be online.
Gotta be online, right?
You gotta be on. That's why I said I knew you have to be online. It's gonna be an
Online.
online only game. Even though it's single player, it's gonna be online only.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely was like
So
that.
they didn't say it was single player only, but they never said it was not, you didn't need online to play.
I don't know, but it's gonna be an online only game. They're gonna get 2 payments out of you. They're gonna get the Game Pass payment because most people not gonna buy a game like that, and then they're gonna get the Xbox Live Gold, or the Xbox Live. The Game Pass Ultimate deal.
Ultimate.
They're gonna get
Ultimate.
money out of people that want to play this game because there's no way for you to just play it based off only Game
I like
Pass.
the interface though. I like the interface, how they did it.
Unless hold on, unless when you load the first time you load it up, it generates all the planets for you. Like that's the only other thing.
You mean like
Like, I
everybody
can think
will
of.
start on a different planet, like No Man's Sky?
Yeah.
Well, they said it's not
All the
multiplayer.
planets from each solar system is generated on once you load once you launch like a new game. All the worlds are like generated.
Oh, I see what you
And
said. Yeah, that's actually. You know what? Truity on fire today, man.
I'm gonna be honest though, man. If y'all remember No Man's Sky, it did take a while to come out, and yes, that was because their offices got flooded and shit, and they had to start some stuff over. But even when they got that situated, it did get another delay.
It did.
This game already got 1 delay, and we already know it doesn't have a date for next year. And this is a tall order type game. They're doing something that another game did that even when they fucking did it, it still wasn't done for 3 years after that. This is the game No Man's Sky came out in 2016. It is 2022. No Man's Sky is what? Almost 7 years old? 6 years old. Almost 7 next year.
Actual game? No Man's Sky, the actual game is 8 years old.
Okay, there you go.
Actual game, yeah, them finishing and shit.
So it's like, but this is Bethesda we're talking about.
bro, this.
I don't know if they're up for the task. They barely can do open world games. They can barely do open world games without severe bugs. What makes you think that they can do a game where you could go to different solar systems?
That's what I'm saying.
Make
It's
it
going to
playable.
be severely bugged. It's going to be buggy to as I said, the models are going to have to be on point.
They can't do anything to fix online infrastructure or
But
to
guys,
fix the
No, you can't.
workings
You
of
can
the
actually
game.
debug.
They can make
the
it look better, but they can't really fix everything in a game like that.
if I'm not mistaken, if the game's gonna be online only, I don't think there will be able to do any mods.
Exactly.
No, they will.
Fallout, you could do
They're
mods.
gonna have to step their game up, bro.
Well, maybe they'd do visual mods, but I don't think they can go inside an online only game and fix everything that's fucked up with it.
No, they do. They did that for CD Projekt Red's game. Cyberpunk.
But that was a single player game, Truity. That was a single
That's what I'm
player
saying.
game.
This will be, but it will be
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, and if you want to make a bet, we can make a bet. I would love to bet you. The closer to the reveal of this game, hold on. The closer to the release of this game, I believe the developer and Phil Spencer and everybody will say this game is online only. They're gonna have to make that decision because
listen. You know what? I say it won't be because you're basically going back on your word to what you said after Fallout 76.
Doesn't
We are
matter.
making single player.
Doesn't matter. They've gone back on their word a lot.
Yeah.
Well, then guess what? Bethesda is this game is gonna be a complete flop.
Well,
Yeah,
it's gonna be,
100%.
why wouldn't it be a complete flop though? It's a game that they obviously don't want. No one's gonna pay for it, and everybody's gonna try to play it through Game Pass. The game is already a flop.
Listen, hold on. Fallout 76 is in Game Pass and it's still a flop. Why didn't Game Pass save it?
I don't know. Because
Exactly, because it's an online game and people
the thing, okay,
still
I'll give
have
you an
that
answer.
feeling about it being
Game Pass
online.
doesn't save any game because after people test the game out on Game Pass, they no longer feel the need to actually spend money on the investment. So the game doesn't get the support that it was promised that it was going to get. It gets enough money to get the game onto the service, but it doesn't make enough money to do what you need to do for the next game to be made, which is what they're desperately wanting from the Xbox community, for them to actually support these games after they go into Game Pass. If every game had an expiration date, it would really push Xbox fans to the point that they would need to pay for these games to continue playing. Let's say every game had a 2-hour play trial, and then you would have to pay for the game to continue playing where you left off. But they don't do that. They just put the game on the service, and you can play as much as you want until they take it off, if they ever take them off. And then the developer don't make any money. The developer doesn't make any money off of that type of activity from the Xbox community. So that's your answer. That's why games aren't going to be saved by Game Pass, because they were never planned to be saved by Game Pass. Again, Game Pass is a publicity stunt to make PlayStation look anti-consumer by giving you the game initially for free under the subscription, where in some cases it's advertised publicly that you only have to pay $1.
Yeah,
that's your answer. If you're paying $1 for a subscription service that you no longer have to pay for after that to complete the game, then the developer doesn't actually make any money off of you.
Hold on, let me be clear though. I'm not talking about sales, because we know niggas don't buy games if it's in Game Pass. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the player count. The player count is not has not done better.
I just told you, people dip their feet in and then they leave.
Yeah.
You know how many games are on Game Pass that Xbox fans really don't give a fuck about? A lot.
I don't.
A lot. And when you got those type of fans, exactly. When you have those type of fans, True Witty, you're not gonna expect them to feel like, oh, I dipped my feet in, let me give you $60 because I think I like what I felt on my feet. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna stay with the community. That's why Game Pass didn't save Fallout 76 or any other game from Bethesda, or any game period. It's a foot dipping subscription service where most people are trying to only pay $1 for a whole year so that they feel like they don't lose anything playing these games that they never complete on average. They spend more time on Twitter than they do actually playing games through the subscription service called Game Pass.
You want to know why? Because when you don't own anything, you don't feel a need to pay.
Yep.
There you go.
You always you lose.
That's why there's your answer. That's why the service has not saved any game.
Can it really though? Think about it. This is a service. Honestly, I want you to think of this. Out of all the services you see start last gen, which one really took off? Think about it. You have EA Access. You had that they had on Xbox. You have Game Pass. You have PS Now. You always have PlayStation Plus. You had Live. Those always been up. Excluding those, which one of those services really took off?
Not really, not any, to be honest.
And by take off, I mean push game sales from day one, not down the road.
Not that I know of.
There is no game service that push any of them games to take off. You know why? Because with EA Access for Xbox, they were granted access to the demos and the game at a discounted price ahead of launch. So they bought the game. They did. They bought games, EA games, Madden, and, FIFA and all that shit, right? PlayStation waited and still bought the game. So honestly, they didn't need the service for that. They should have had the services for fucking discounts and things like that, like Hot Plus and Live is. That's what this shit should be. Putting your full game in a service for a little price, this shit is gonna fail. What are we not getting here? This shit is going to fail. Look at Destruction All Stars. If you want to leave out
Hey,
PlayStation,
God damn it.
I
This
mean, like I
motherfucker.
could do that. I can speak for all sides. You
This
see Nintendo put in
motherfucker.
their games. Honestly,
Sorry,
your
Jay.
Nintendo games
God, I'm
you
hurt.
see in the service
Hurt my
day
pride.
So
one.
he's
Jay,
I
I
mean,
thought you.
We
Jay, I thought
um
you tears right now.
well listen to this. I'm gonna let my boy Dog stomp the shit out of Destruction All Stars only because that's a part of one of our topics. So continue.
okay, so that for example, remember that $70 price tag? You
Uh
see
huh.
the damage that shit could do at launch. That's another thing PlayStation took from them. When they put it in Plus and then announced it would be out at the end of this trial, they should have never said that shit. That was the first fuck up. Secondly, when they put it out, it went to like $30.
What
Okay,
game? What game? Oh
that's
no.
well,
20.
what, $20,
So let me
right?
give
Right.
let me
I'm
give you a
still correct.
small little history. Just it's gonna take it 1 minute. So
Right.
it was I loved it from the beginning. You know I loved it from the beginning.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I saw what it could be,
yeah,
and long
Good
story
game.
yeah, you
short,
play him.
yeah, the game, yeah, I platinumed the game also. So the game came out. It was introduced as a $70 game. It was starting to near the launch of the PS5. The game was supposed to be coming out with the launch. We saw over here at the PlayStation Legion a pattern that we saw with Horizon Forbidden West. That getting closer to the launch, we were not hearing the things we needed to hear to give us the confidence that the game was actually going to come out. You know, like, you know, more information on the game and the mechanics and shit. We just weren't getting the full media explosion for that game, and ultimately it was delayed. And upon the delay, because so many people on the Xbox fans, they disguised themselves to be PlayStation gamers and said that the game should be on Plus. Yes, there were real PlayStation gamers that did say that maybe they should put the game on Plus, but there were a lot of fake bad actors. Ultimately, PlayStation listened to the internet. They announced that the game would be on PlayStation Plus in February. 1 month wasn't enough. They knew they needed to help that game try to get into a bigger audience. They put the game for the, you know, not a lot of games do this. They put this game, I believe, one of the first games and only games outside of Virtual Fighter 5 that went on PlayStation Plus for 2 straight months. Then people still, at the tail end of it being on PlayStation Plus, people started to complain about, I don't want to pay $70. I want, again, you had the option right then and there to get it on Plus. What did Sony do? Listen to the internet again. Instead of charging $70, they said, okay, we're going to go all the way to $20, and nobody picked them up on the deal. PlayStation tried, and they listened. This is an experiment where they were listening to everybody online, and it still wasn't enough to save it. You could continue, Spartan.
But you see,
Yeah.
it went from a service which you legit had to pay your monthly fee or annual, however you do it, and you had the game for fucking free. And what did you do? You didn't buy it.
Didn't buy it.
So it don't matter if the, and then they came out the service at 3.5 times the price lower, and you still ain't buy it. So that should just tell you, right? Like he said, an experiment. These services will not push the game unless they are the games as a service game where you could get the game put in with all the DLC and all of that, and then put some more shit in it, which will bump up sales, you know, lower price, more players. That could work. But day one, no.
No, day one is not smart because
I never would agree with.
people might dip their foot in, and it might get popular like Rocket League, which went day and date with PlayStation Plus, but it's not always promised. You know, it's not always promised because now, compared to Rocket League, when that happened, when you put a game day and date on a service, people, because of what's going on with Xbox, people look at that game like, what's wrong with it? Why are you giving it away to me for free? It's like if you go on the street, like I said, talked to Spartan about this months ago. If you go on the street, somebody try to give you some fucking food for free. Are you gonna take that shit?
Bro, no.
You know, like, and it's like Xbox. We know that not everything they put on Game Pass is bad. We know what they're really trying to do. Like I said, they're trying to be pro-consumer. Not everything they put on Game Pass is garbage, but not everything they put on Game Pass is gold. You know, they're trying to get
that was clever. Xbox Gold.
exactly. They're trying to get a nice headline from the media that they're the good guys. They can't continue to do that now that PlayStation Plus Premium is out in the wild, and in the month of July, which will be the first month outside of the launch of PlayStation Plus Premium, we're gonna start getting these 2 games a month for PlayStation Plus. Or sorry, there's gonna be 2 times a month where we get games on PlayStation Plus, which is gonna be equal to what they do on Game Pass sometimes. They can't go up against it. And the reason why is because we already have 400 downloadable games on PlayStation Plus Premium right now. If you have the highest tier, you have access to over 400 downloadable games.
Hey Jay, you know that statement a lot of people say once you mentioned a while back the years when he said the best deal in this?
Yeah, the best
This
deal in
is a
gaming.
statement that comes up a lot. And people take this as a sexual innuendo, but it's true. Blowing your load too early. We see what Jay just said.
Oh, yeah.
You just said?
Yeah.
Think about what you just talked about. Old games being brought back. What the Xbox stopped saying they're going to do last year.
Bringing back old games.
They started too early.
Mm-hmm.
Now they worked it out. Yes, it was good at launch, and it was perfect. You know, the download and the cross compatibility, it was perfect. They did it excellent. The problem is they did it at a time where they didn't need to. Think about it. You see, when you mention Game Pass having the good games when it first came, like late last year, the one before, like when it launched, they did have some good shit right in there. Tell me, what was the need of backwards compatibility in 2015? Nobody can answer me that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Xbox One had fucking hit games 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016. Like that's when Forza Horizon 3 came out. That shit was gorgeous. Gears 4, I believe, came out the red console that same year. Then the next year, the Xbox One X, which is the year they basically just failed. The whole year, no game. The 12 months of just nothing, right? What was? Can y'all tell me for real? What was the need of them pushing that feature out?
What feature? What feature we talking about?
Backwards compatibility in 2015 when they had new games every month.
They needed to push the feature out specifically because they were going for the first time ever. People need to remember this. For the first time ever, Xbox and PlayStation had released at pretty much the same time. And the safety net of launching a year ahead and having enough time to mold the industry against the fucking king, you couldn't do it. The king was right there in your face. And you didn't know what to do. All you knew what to do was to take advantage of one thing that they didn't have. PlayStation 4 did not have backwards compatibility with the PS3. That's your answer. That's why they did it. They believed that if they could give you something that they couldn't do, that they could get, some clout. They could get some people back.
Think about it. They had more and better games the first fucking 2.5 years, literally. I can't even knock them. Think about it. Look at the holiday of 2015. Them niggas had Rise of the Tomb Raider, Halo, Gears Ultimate, Fallout 4 marketing, Uncharted, the collection? But I'm talking about Xbox, and they had Forza, Motorsport
Sunset
6.
Overdrive.
And Sunset, like the whole year, they had more games than PlayStation.
Dead Rising 3?
More games.
Rise, Son of Rome?
Huh?
Rise, Son of Rome?
Oh, that was another one.
I'm just saying, I agree, man. I agree. I've said it a long time on this podcast. I respect Xbox One first 2 years. They came out swinging. But the fans were so depressed that they lost the war when it came to price, that they were not enthusiastic to be grateful for what Xbox was trying to give them. Xbox was giving them games for 2 straight years. And these motherfuckers are sad because PlayStation was the cheaper system and they was getting shitted on in the news. Fuck what's going on in the news. If you a real gamer, you gotta enjoy those games that company is making for you. And what happened, Spartan? They didn't. They got so engulfed in the console war that they did not care about the games that they were getting.
But bro,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
The 360 had better games, and for a while it did until those games came to PlayStation 3 as well. So they did, like the Mass Effects and all JRPGs and the live arcade games. They did have better games for a long period of time, right? So what changed? Because at the same time, they didn't have live arcade, but bro, they had better games, which is what you bought the system for. You said fuck the TV, the DRM. You wanted games, and they gave you it. Legit, Microsoft busted their ass. They made the deals from the 360 gen to last gen. You got Rise. You got Titanfall, you got Dead Rising. You had all of those deals. You got the Madden deals.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. There was a point. There was a point. Even somebody like myself was thinking, "Damn, maybe I might need to get an Xbox." Like when Sunset Overdrive and Rise and all that was out, I was like, "Damn," you know? Yeah, we got Bloodborne in 2015. Yeah, we got other games in those first 2 years. Like, you know, we started out with Knack and Killzone. I was on that game religiously. But in the grand scheme of thing, Xbox came out swinging the first 2 years. They did. They came out swinging the first 2 years. With that being said, everything that has happened after that was because of the fans.
Right.
Let me ask you this. If Golden State Warriors didn't have the fans that they have, do you think they would have gotten as many championships as they? No. Because the energy wasn't there. Bro, we know how it is on wrestling, right? When the motherfuckers come through on the stage and their music start playing, they get some energy to be a better wrestler than they are. You see what I'm saying? And it's like if they had no crowd, huh?
Oh shit! The fire department by my crib. 2 fucking big ass trucks. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, go make sure the building not on fire for real.
I'm looking right now. But Jay, you know what's crazy as well though? When you said they came out swinging, you know what really crippled them? When you so dependent on third party, remember those deals don't last forever.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember in 2015, that same year they had the greatest lineup? Remember, Star Wars Battlefront came back, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout came out, but it was a disaster in frames, right? Rise of the Tomb Raider got killed by Fallout 4, so that eliminated that. You just had Forza, Halo, and Gears again. And
PlayStation had started out the following year, if I'm not mistaken, with Call of Duty.
That was the year, Black Ops 3, when the custom console. Not only that, you had Batman as well.
With the custom console as well. Yeah, I remember that.
You had Batman. By that time, God of War 3 already got remastered, so that went on sale as well in greatest hits for $25, right? You had Star Wars Battlefront, Batman.
The Last of Us remastered.
The Last of Us remastered went back on sale, and but yeah, that went back on sale. And so I'm like, think about it. I've seen the Xbox have this greatest lineup shit, right? And then the sales came out. PS4 sold 5.7 million units in those 2 months. That was it. And
that was it, man. That was it.
Then the next year, they waited to E3 like always. Okay. You had the Xbox One consoles re-released, the upgrades, the One S, and then the X was real at the end. You had that, the Blu-ray shit. They really depend on hype to carry the console. Bro, the hype is the games. Xbox used to have some lit shit, and I don't know why.
Well, look, man, the games is only as strong as the fans. Like I said, with the Golden State Warriors, I don't think the Golden State Warriors would have had as many championships if they didn't have passionate fans that believed in them.
Right. They would have gave up.
They would have gave up, man. It just wouldn't have been the same. Like, so it's like when we're looking at this Xbox One first two years. If the fans' energy wasn't there, no matter what Microsoft was doing for them, it was gonna always end out the same way. But what I want to ask is why did they allow the console wars to get them so depressed about forgetting why they're here in the first place? They're here to be gamers.
No, it wasn't.
The console war, and I know this is somebody saying that engaging in the console war, but the console war is not a real place, people. Honestly. It's a fictional place. We come on the internet and we tease each other. We go back to our daily lives, school, work, kids, and also playing games.
Right.
But it's like when you completely
not here for gaming.
They're not here for gaming.
They're not again
Xbox gaming. Y'all realize this? I said this before. They were never here for Xbox gaming. They were here because what Xbox was a successor to Sega. That's why they're here, because they want, because Sony, like they said, killed off Sega, so Xbox was the mighty one to take on it, which they did at one point. It had a little success, 360, even last gen, but they were here for that. They were never here truly for Xbox. This was just the name. It was a placeholder. That's why Microsoft knows that. They said it in the documentary. We were here to carry that on, to stop Sony from taking over the living room. That's why they're there. Because they don't want Sony to rule. They were never here for fucking gaming on Xbox.
That's a big fucking failure of an investment to stop Sony from taking over the living room, because you're losing money with the Xbox brand.
It really wasn't, because think about it. Microsoft used Xbox as a pawn to push PC gaming. And when you think about it, it worked. It really did.
I ain't gonna lie. They did. They definitely did.
Look how much people left console.
But it's like, bro, it's still, that's your grand scheme, right? PC is your domain. We can agree with that. But what's the whole reason of staying now? Like, you've done what you needed to do.
That's the thing. That's why they said,
bro. I'm saying right now at this point, you could have left as soon as PlayStation put Horizon on PC in 2019. No. 19. Was it 2019?
Yeah. Yeah. 2019, 2 years after.
No,
2020.
No,
yeah,
it was 2020. It was November 2019 when the rumors came out, but it wasn't until March of 2020 when Herman finally confirmed the rumors to be true. So basically, months before the next gen launched, well, shit, you could have just not did it, but it was already too late, and that's the thing. Like, to a degree, they're gonna have to stay in this generation, you know. Like, they can't just leave now. I don't care what they do, but I just don't think that they can just up and leave. The fans.
Oh, it's too late to just up and leave.
Yeah,
no. Let's be fair. They can leave They can leave Xbox, but they can't leave Game Pass. Game Pass is here to stay.
No. I know that. What I was talking to Yellow about this privately, and what I said to him is, there's no way to get the Xbox fan base, the ones that we're talking about that enjoy the console war, that refuse to buy games because they were depressed that the PS4 had a cheaper price point than the Xbox One. Those individuals, there's no way to make them migrate from console to TV or console to PC. It's a hard sell for them. You know? It's almost like a football team that moves a stadium. Them fans are going to have so many memories with that stadium, they not even going to really want to go to the next stadium. They're going to go there maybe eventually because they're hardcore fans, but not all of them. Or if a football team moves from one state to another. I saw that happen with the LA Rams.
Raiders.
Yeah,
Raiders.
The Rams and the Raiders. And it's just like, you know, it's different. So I don't know if Xbox fans will be having a smile on their face that they have to be PC gamers. They tolerate the PC community because you know, Microsoft is over
Enemy
there.
of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly. But what happens if Microsoft comes out one day and said, we're going all in on PC? This is our last generation. I don't know how well that's going to go.
Bro, that would be very fucking bad.
I don't think the Xbox fans are ever going to be ready for them to go all in on PC and get out of the console race. I don't think they're ever going to be ready.
Microsoft know that tech is not ready. That's why they be the ones leading the charge. But technically, right now, they're leading the charge. All right now.
What? For what they doing with Samsung?
Yeah, that and the TV and all inputs and everything.
If you could see my fucking face I'm giving you right now, bro.
No,
PlayStation Now.
Huh?
PlayStation Now, smart TVs. 6 years ago.
And did it.
All I'm going to say, man, I mean, they're making headway, but compared to what Sony had already achieved, like, the only reason why Sony pulled back is because they had stretched themselves so thin. PlayStation Now was on PS Vita. It was on PS3, PS4, PC, smart TVs, tablets, and smartphones. And it was just like not everybody was ready for it, so they were like, nope, we only going to focus on the people that really are subscribed. They looked at PC statistics. They looked at PlayStation 4 statistics. They said that's where we want to focus. People are still subscribed over there. Again, just talked about it. Do we really see any hardcore Xbox fans playing Xbox games on TVs right now or PC? Like, they still have the box, so they're still going to be a box fan. I mean, if they're forced to go to PC or TV, maybe we could see them going over there if they're forced to do it, but some people might just come to PlayStation or go to the Nintendo and say, fuck Xbox. They might like Xbox because they have a console. I don't know if they're gonna like Xbox if there's no more box.
No, but I think you're misunderstanding. I think that the reason they like what's going on now is because of Game Pass. All you hear from all Xbox dudes is Game Pass. They don't. When have you actually heard them in the recent times run their mouth about Xbox more than Game Pass? It's always Game Pass. Every time a game comes out, it's coming to Game Pass. They don't ask if it's coming to Xbox, but they ask if it's coming to Game Pass.
That is Xbox right there. But remember this.
Yes,
I said it 3 years ago on this
yes,
very
but
channel.
Game Pass is also on PC. Game Pass is also on PC.
But remember, like you said, Xbox,
they don't take that shit seriously over there.
PC is the child. PC is the parent. Xbox is the child. So the one and the same. I get it. But remember, I said 3 years ago on this very channel, Game Pass and no subscription service will ever take off unless third party is included in it. Day one, right? Do you remember late last year, earlier this year, that Rockstar take on Game Pass? That right there, his further statements after Premium came out that very day. Yeah. He said it makes no sense to put your shit on there day one. Look how much money GTA 5 has made. Look how much it's sold. And you think it could do that in a service? How? Because you're paying one price, not the same price different times. That's how you make money. You don't spend one long just put your shit in back. No, you got to get your investment over time. That's what you do to make money. Microsoft going all in on Game Pass is a one-time, just like, okay, here, I'll put this on Game Pass. There's one game that could push Game Pass itself. It would be Call of Duty, but it would hurt that game.
Yes, it would.
It would hurt the game more.
And I want people to start understanding what Spartan is saying. He's saying that the big developers, like Take-Two, I had the balls to say it. Other developers, just because they didn't say it, doesn't mean they don't know it. Now, what happens if they just stop putting games on Game Pass? It's gonna hurt the service.
That's bad.
We had an example of that.
What service? That shit won't exist no more.
We had an example of that though, Spartan. What did Xbox fans say would happen to Call of Duty because of the acquisition of Activision this year?
Be available day one on Game Pass.
And what did Activision say specifically?
Absolutely fucking not. Unless we're
You don't think that hurts subscription sales? And we about to get into the meat of this live stream. We got no subscription numbers during the showcase. Not a single one. Not before the showcase, not after the showcase. We have no Xbox Game Pass subscription numbers. Now, I'll tell you, during last week, we did get a sales number for The Last of Us Part 2. 10 million in 2 years. The 2-year anniversary was yesterday, and it got confirmed to be at 10 million last week. So it means that within 2 years, it was able to sell 10 million copies on one fucking platform. It's one of the most hated Last of Us games they ever put out. And now, they about to put out one of the most popular Last of Us games in September.
The most popular one.
Look, we haven't got any sales numbers for Xbox games, obviously, because they're all on Game Pass. Nobody's buying the games. We all know this. Oh yeah, we are waiting for the sales report, Spartan. And the reason why we're waiting for the sales report, because yes, the game is on Game Pass, but I still like getting these trade-off numbers. And that's the new Ninja Turtles game. $25 game. Went day and date to Game Pass. I heard a lot of Xbox fans hyping about it. I did see a couple on Twitter playing it, but they're only playing it through Game Pass. Again, shout out to Fatal. You can take this how you want to fucking take it. This dude plays most of all his games through Game Pass. He was very excited about Flintlock. And then 2 days later, I know he plays his games. I'm very familiar with Fatal. He used to be on this podcast. But 2 days later, the information came out that Flintlock was going to PlayStation. He still loves the game. He still has it plastered on his Twitter account. But the thing is, a lot of Xbox fans, even if they're in a better financial condition than Fatal, refuse to pay for games. Game Pass has completely changed the gaming industry landscape about where you, as a game developer, can actually make money. We can start to spread out to our other topics, and yes, we do have other topics today. I got concrete information that the Callisto Protocol, and I put this in the topic section. I'm not sure if you guys checked it today. Callisto Protocol seems to be getting marketed by PlayStation. They might have the marketing rights. Now,
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Again, this is a game that has not got confirmed for Game Pass. Xbox fans are pushing on the internet right now as we speak for the game to come to Game Pass. They're putting out rumors that it has already got confirmed for Game Pass. The developer has not said anything. They can make money off that game. That is a very good game. Okay? This is somebody that doesn't play those type of games, and I'm telling you, that shit looks fire. I don't want developers to take the contract. If the game is good, we are going to buy it. If the other side doesn't know the game is good and they don't want to buy it, don't put the next game over there. They will eventually learn their lesson. And yes, we segue into Final Fantasy. Xbox fans got Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and 15.
Not one of them have great sales.
All of those games, many of them were revealed on Game Pass last year. As true what he just said, they don't have good sales. Final Fantasy 15 was day and date with PlayStation on Xbox, and majority of all the sales came from PlayStation. It was going to be a no-brainer decision for Square Enix to not put their most valuable IP that's being remade with a lot of care and a lot of money on Xbox. They were not going to put Final Fantasy Remake day and date on Xbox. Why? It's really simple. The game never started on Xbox. And even though they got the original game, they don't seem to play it. They're not happy about it. They don't celebrate it. They don't think it's a good RPG. There's no real opinions on Final Fantasy VII from the Xbox community. Because if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, why the fuck would you be on Xbox?
Bro, that console.
I'm serious. The series is 25 years old. PlayStation is 26 or 27 years old. The game started on PlayStation.
It did not.
You made a very valid point.
It got its popularity on PlayStation. I believe that and Tomb Raider was also available on PC.
Yes.
But you would never know it.
Yes.
Because the popularity came from PlayStation. Every time people talked about Final Fantasy VII, you saw a PlayStation symbol in your fucking head.
You would think so.
You ain't think about this fucking computer. And this is the thing. Xbox fans need to understand that even though Microsoft is playing both PC and Xbox, they lose out. Yeah, Final Fantasy Remake and Final Fantasy Integrate are now available on Steam for the PC. But they lose out. They lose out in two ways. First, they're Xbox fans. They want to play the game on Xbox. Second, they don't want to pay for the game. And it's not on Game Pass either. Again, you gotta understand, this is what put Final Fantasy on the fucking map. Before 12, before 10, before 13, Final Fantasy 7 put Square Enix back on the map as the RPG king in Japan and the rest of the world. They made so many different types of RPGs outside of Final Fantasy during this run, from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2. Like I said, Radiata Stories, that's Square Enix. The Grandia 3 game, which I love so much, Square Enix, and many others, right? Xbox wasn't really there for any of that celebration. Those games were only on PlayStation. Square Enix knows how disrespectful it would be if they put that game on Xbox this early via Game Pass. They know that the game is worth something. They want people to buy it. I don't know when it's going to Xbox. I'm not going to try to predict something because I might end up looking silly. It could go over to Xbox next year, or it could go over to Xbox the year after. We don't know. But one thing is very clear. It's going to Xbox. Why? Well, they just put out the trailer and a release date for the prequel of Final Fantasy VII. It's called Crisis Core. Well, the game came out in 2007, and when it came out in 2007, it was only on PSP. It was a PSP exclusive up until now, 2022. Came out 2007, now it's 2022. Over 10-something years, it was exclusive to a PlayStation platform. Now it's going to every platform under the sun. PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series systems, Nintendo Switch, and PC.
Yo, let me bring something up.
If you love Final Fantasy, pick that game up and then continue.
I think you need to turn this mic up, because I can hear him, but I don't think you can.
I can hear him. I was just talking over him. I was almost finished.
Oh.
No. Good. Talking to the mic, Games. Because you're a little either you're muffled or you're low. But let me go check your volume.
This should be better, right?
A little bit. Just fix it a little bit more. It was almost good.
Yeah.
You're at 83%. I don't know why. Let me turn you up to 100. Okay. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better.
That's better? All right. So, I was thinking, right, what if PlayStation kind of helped foot the bill for them to put Crisis Core, to do the remaster for Crisis Core, and PlayStation was like, hey, look, put this game on all platforms. If you do that, that will entice people that play this game on the other platforms to get a PS5 to play Remake.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh.
What? Just saying.
Not too far off. Oh wow, you might be right.
And you know,
that's not actually a bad point.
Yo, Xbox was doing that shit with Hellblade too, so That's actually a really good possibility.
Yeah, that would be
Look, I
pretty
believe that that's a great idea. I believe that's definitely what's going down. Again, the more people that can play the events that happened before Final Fantasy VII, every one of the platforms I name have access to the first Final Fantasy VII, original remaster that they put on every platform. Only PlayStation and PC have access to the remake and integrate. So yeah, I can see this. Seeing as though that the next installment of Final Fantasy VII remake is coming out next winter, it gives people from this winter to next winter to get caught up on the Final Fantasy VII story if they want to. If they don't want to, they don't have to. The thing is, I'm not hearing this game is going to Game Pass, so we gotta get to see the true fucking power of the stupidity of the Xbox community. I hope they don't buy this game. It's gonna make Square Enix decisions so fucking easy.
Crisis Core, they better buy that shit, bro.
I know. That's what they should do. But they seem right now so upset that they're not getting the game that just got announced on PS5 Rebirth that they might actually boycott. And that's just one half of it.
They already said, I've seen.
But hold on, Truity. That's only one half of it. They're upset, right? That they're not getting Rebirth. They completely ignored Crisis Core, not understanding what and how important that is to the Final Fantasy VII story. If you really cared about Final Fantasy VII, you would be so excited to learn that there was a Final Fantasy game based on the character that held the Buster Blade before Cloud.
Yep.
How the fuck do you allow your anger to ignore the fact they just announced that game for all platforms? What does that also tell us, Spartan? Exclusives matter. They announced an exclusives, they were mad. They announced a multi-plat, everybody ignored it.
Yep.
I tell people all the time, I don't want Sony to go day and date, but they will. And when they go day and date, the enthusiasm, the hype behind certain games, it will diminish.
I already started.
Because when a game is available everywhere, it's not special. Just like if every fucking nigga in the hood fuck the same chick, she ain't special no more. The pussy ain't special no more, bro.
Yo, the analogy this nigga. I'm
serious. That's everybody's pussy, bro. That pussy garbage. Smell like cat food. I'm telling you. And that's how the PC community, that's how Xbox community, that's how they looked at Final Fantasy Crisis Core. The only other people that know the importance of that game is the handheld community. And one of the most popular handheld communities is on Nintendo. They understand how unpopular that was because that was a PSP exclusive when the DS was out, and they wanted it. They wanted it for this long, and they finally get their chance to play a Final Fantasy VII game that's on a remake status.
What's funny though? They're excited about it, but the Xbox dudes aren't excited about it.
Because they never cared about Final Fantasy VII. They only care about it not being exclusive to PlayStation.
Bro, they don't care about Final Fantasy anyway, no matter which game it is. They don't like Japanese games. They've been some of them. Can't really say that because they do like some.
Spartan, I didn't get to my third point. My third point is that the game didn't really catch their eye because they didn't announce it on Game Pass. If Final Fantasy Crisis Core was announced on Game Pass and they went forward to give us the announcement that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to PS5, Xbox fans would still be pissed off about Rebirth, but they would have been happy that they get one of the games that they don't have to pay for. Because again, going back to what you just said, they don't care about this shit. And if they don't care about it, what makes Square Enix think they're going to make money? I wanted Square Enix to disrespect Xbox fans. Fuck everybody that's listening to my voice that got a fucking problem with me. Fuck Xbox. And fuck their protectors. Fuck their defenders. If you on a PC side, you can go fucking kick rocks. Look, we know they don't care about Final Fantasy VII. We know they never cared about it. They don't even know the importance of Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Square Enix is wasting money and resources putting that on that platform. You're already going to make a ton on Switch. You're going to make a lot on PlayStation. I don't know what they're going to do on PC, but they are going to mod the fuck out of it. Long story short, you can do good, and we saw this before, by the way, True Witty. Developers have released games on PC, PlayStation, and Switch for a couple of years now. They completely just skip Xbox. Most of the time, it's a Japanese RPG. But the only good thing that's coming out of this is that Square Enix learns a lesson that they really don't like you. That will cement Xbox's fate on never getting Final Fantasy Remake if they don't support Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Let that game come out, and we're looking at the majority of the sales on PlayStation and Switch and like 10 or 5% on Xbox.
Yeah.
Remember, that game is also coming out for the Xbox One as well as the Xbox Series X and S.
So that's a double. That's a double way of paying for it.
It's either two ways this could go, bro. Either they're waiting to the end of the trilogy to bring it on Xbox, or this is a test, or this is a test.
That's gonna be too late. But that's gonna look to Square Enix say, okay, you're not even interested in our other games, so why do we even bother?
Yep. But I feel like
this has been. Put it this way. You're looking at it as if this has been out for 9 years and we still haven't bought our games.
Exactly. Like
you haven't even shown interest in our games that would lead up to this entire story.
Exactly. It's kind of like that's what I'm thinking though, man. It's either two ways there, that or this is the fucking test with Crisis Core for that fan base.
Listen,
but
we talked about Crisis Core. Let's see if we can do some good stuff real quick. Let's go look at a comparison. So I still got 2 more characters to do an arcade with, and then I get that trophy. I think I'm gonna wrap up the fucking Nickelodeon AllStars Platinum, and I'm gonna dive back into Star Wars because I've
almost got that.
So
I've almost got my Outriders Platinum.
We're not there. Right? Okay, so we're here. So I'm gonna go head on over to my history, go look at the comparison, and we're gonna talk about it. Now, again, I did say it's a strong remaster, but I believe it is a remake. There's just certain cinematics that are not going to be remade. Sadly, one of the best battles. I'm gonna spoil it. You don't have to look. No, I want you to look. It's not gonna ruin anything because there's no context and there's not gonna be any sound. But hold on, let me go show you what I was talking about. I was looking at emotional damage. You know that fucking meme called emotional damage, and I want to make a video using that because it was like at the end of Final Fantasy Rebirth, and they saw it was only on PS5. It must have been so much emotional damage after getting the announcement that Final Fantasy Crisis Core is multi-plat. Like, I don't think they saw that shit. That shit's
emotional damage. Emotional damage. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro.
Oh, God, I love it.
That's hurt. That's hurtful, man.
Hey, man, they don't deserve no fucking type of respect. I don't.
Yo, Square Enix came and dropped down the hammer, bro. Like, oh shit. Yeah. Part 2 is gonna be PS5.
Okay, so this is what I want to do right here. The original one is good, but we gotta do the zoomed in one so you guys can see. So let's go move to the zoomed in one. Now I want y'all to understand. It's PSP versus now PS4, let's say, or PS5 graphics. So we're looking at this, and we are looking at the entire character models of the soldiers that you will fight that are in-game character models because they were in-game character models here in this cutscene. They are coming towards Zack. It's a reminiscent scene of how Final Fantasy VII starts out with Cloud getting off the train. It's so fucking magical if you're a Final Fantasy fan, and you automatically recognize a lot of areas because obviously you're operating out of Midgard just like Cloud. And it was such a nostalgic game, even though it was, it was a prequel. And if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you're gonna want to have this game, especially if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan. And I know
Hey,
there's a
you know
lot of them
what's
out there,
crazy,
but
bro? I love Final Fantasy. I'm a fan of 7, but the thing is, I never got a chance to play Crisis Core, bro. So now I finally
I
get a
know,
chance.
I understand, bro.
Hey,
And that I've
hey,
talked to y'all
me
about that
either.
before. I was like, remember I got the the PSP emulator. Remember that? I got the PSP
Oh,
emulator just to play this game. It's that fucking good. The only game that was never digitized. This was a game that was only on the UMD. They never put it on the PlayStation store digitally. Now with the remake they're gonna do that. So this is really good. Now again, this is a game that we're gonna put it on remake status, but
yeah,
the
yeah.
cinematics, right? The cinematic scenes that are gonna stay in the game are not remade. Outside of the hilt of the sword is gonna be changed, right? That's it. They're not gonna change. They're not gonna mess around with any of the other cinematics because it was too expensive. So, it's it's remade when it comes to gameplay and the cutscenes, but not the cinematics. Right? The cinematics are not gonna be changed with a lot because it would take too much time and money. This is a way they can get this out real quick. They're using. It seems like they're gonna be using the same engine that they used for Final Fantasy VII Remake, which was an all-around bigger game. This game, when you're looking at it, there was some areas where when you're just fighting, you're there and then you can't move the camera. Well, it looks like now when you go to this area to fight certain enemies, you can move the camera around. Again, the character model is completely revamped. Definitely a remake. Giving us similar stuff like the Last of Us. One thing I had learned about the Last of Us is, yes, all the characters models are remade, but the backgrounds are more visible in the original games versus the remakes, and that follows suit with Crisis Core. As you can see that scaffolding right there behind him, it's very visible on the PSP version, but it's very faded on the PS4, PS5 version. So I've noticed that a lot. That backgrounds are still there. They're still what they're supposed to look like, but they're very faded. There's more focus on the character than anything. Obviously, more shine is on Zack because it's nighttime and the lights are able to shine. On the PSP, they couldn't do shit like that.
Yeah, they did some real good work.
So you see right here, you're just looking straight forward. The camera's not moving on the PSP side. On the right side over there on the remake, he's able to move the camera on this, over here by the train, and it's just like it's real dynamic now. Combat was always good. It was always freeform combat. They have something in the game that I want to ruin, as gameplay wise, but it's interesting. I'm gonna just let y'all figure it out when y'all get the game. But it's a little tweak to them freeforming. It makes it a lot more fun. You see it on the right hand side. Again, gives you a little bit of a backstory to Buster Blade. Again, I'm not gonna ruin that at all. You guys will find out that in the story. Again, the rock or the portion of the wall, you can see it more clearly on the PSP side, but on the PS4, PS5 side, it just looks like a mountain, kinda. You see more of the grass and trees behind him on PSP. And this is what they do with the remake. Again, more the focus is on the character model because that's the main focus. It's just awesome to see Zack remade in these graphics. And I am happy about this. I want to say this. I'm very happy that everybody will be able to play this game. It's really, really awesome. Let me see. Again, this is the person that trained Zack. He inherited the sword from his father. I can't go into the rest of the story, but he got the sword from his father. His father got it from somebody called L Collector. This guy that collected L's in town, some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I
That's
think his name
bad.
is True Witty.
No, that's not what his name was. That's not what his name was.
But yeah, they remade his master. This is the person that trains Zack. Obviously, Zack goes on to befriend Cloud. That's just the story. You're gonna find out a lot about how Zack found Cloud and how Cloud found Zack, which is a really great story in itself. Again, this is probably one of the most important stories if you call yourself a Final Fantasy VII fan. this is how you're supposed to play it. You play this one first, then you play Final Fantasy VII. So them releasing this one first and having Final Fantasy VII Remake out there for the PS4, 5, PC is good. You know, you played that. Might not have been a long journey for you. That's cool. Go play where it started out. There is a scene at the end of Remake where, you know, Zack is out there and he's dragging Cloud back to the town, to the city of Midgard. And some people don't know who that guy is. They call him the black hair Cloud. Yeah, I've heard people call Zack the black hair Cloud. They don't know shit about Final Fantasy VII. They don't know who Zack is and how important he is to the story.
They said the black hair Cloud?
Yes, that's what I've heard people call him. So this game is going to introduce you to them. You're also going to be introduced to this guy, Genesis, which was a higher rank than Sephiroth and was more powerful than Sephiroth. And it's just a great fucking story. You know, just a really fucking dope ass story.
Real quick, one little even though I didn't play the game, Crisis Core, I know all about it, right? I feel like there's one little tidbit about Genesis with the next Final Fantasy VII remake game, Rebirth. I think the Rebirth will be of Genesis, not anyone else. I think that's who they're talking about in that title, Genesis.
I mean,
we'll see. We'll see. But you know. Whoo, shit.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Like, I mean, I think this is good for everybody. Like, you can't be upset that PlayStation holds any period of exclusivity when it regards to Final Fantasy VII, because that's where the game got its popularity. Its fan base was on PlayStation. Again, we talked about this Thursday on our stream. You gotta give respect to the PlayStation community. If it wasn't for us, your favorite developers wouldn't even be here right now. All the money we've given to these developers for those amazing games that are now greatest games of all time in your fucking list, it's PlayStation. We did that shit. So again, as you can see, the cinematic right here is still pretty much the same. They seem like they cleaned it up a little bit more on the PS4, PS5 side. The sword, they changed a little bit of the design to make it more so on the classic side. You know, so that's what they're doing. But yeah, man, it was such a great game, man. Great game. Like, they had some challenges on there too, like challenge mode. So I know a lot of people like the remake because they had that challenge mode in there. They have that on here too. Yeah, long story short, man, I'm just gonna show y'all. Oh my goodness. Crisis Core. I think it's called Crisis Core Fight. Is it called Crisis Core Fight? Ah, fuck. I'm trying to figure out. I remember what it was called. There, is that it? There it is. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, look at this shit right there. 2 million views. Probably one of the best fight scene ever. This one has 9 million views 11 years ago. So I'm guessing if Final Fantasy Crisis Core like 11 years old or more. That shit's old, man. 12 years ago right here. This was 12 years. So maybe 12 years? 13 years old? 13 years right here. 13 years. Okay. So I'm guessing Final Fantasy Crisis Core is roughly around... Oh, no. This one's 14 years. I'm guessing like 14, 15 years? I don't fucking know. I think it's 15 years old. Let's say it's roughly 15 years old. Bro, this fight scene, even though it's not in-game, it was one of the best fight scenes ever. It was so good. The music was so good. And if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you know about this. In a way. And it's just the music, bro. When your boy Sephiroth started to fight back and they heard the music. And the fact that this scene is going to be cleaned up so much.
Step Up music is fire. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, no, man.
It's just...
Like I said, 15 years later, I played the fuck out of this game. I beat this game. Everybody gets to play it. Cool. If you can help fund all the Final Fantasies that are coming exclusively to PlayStation, go buy it. Be my fucking guest. Best fight scene ever. I'm telling y'all, bro. Best fight scene ever. Just imagine. You're playing the game. You got some story going on. They're going to the cinematic. And you're watching this on the PSP. And you know, nobody else is going to be able to enjoy this magic. Oh my God. It was fucking awesome.
Bro.
By the way, Sephiroth is PlayStation and Jill is Xbox and Genesis is Nintendo. Because Nintendo is the only other person that could hold a candle to fucking PlayStation. You see Xbox in the back being a little bitch.
No, Xbox in the back hiding, bro. Oh, gee.
Oh. This shit was so fucking good.
And we get to play the game this year.
I can't wait to play this game.
Well, they still winter though. Doesn't winter start like around December, November time? That may
I have no idea when it's coming out, but I'm hoping they
that may go into early next year.
I'm exactly. Anything is possible. I don't know anything, so you know my stance. I'm gonna act like I don't know because I don't fucking know. So whenever we get the information, we'll talk about the release date. But they did say winter. Now it could be winter of this year. They could be winter of next year. But I believe it will be a beautiful holiday game. It's Final Fantasy VII related. They're putting it on all platforms. Even with Call of Duty being out there on the battlefield, I still feel like the game could do some good numbers. Now, I don't know what the price on this game is going to be. Did we get a price yet?
No.
I want y'all to look at the scene how Sephiroth did a slash wave and it cuts the fucking part of Midgard as if it's nothing. Cause his blade is that fucking strong.
I think it's gonna be 50.
Hey, put it this way. Have you ever seen in One Piece Mihawk just slash through anything? That's freaking what you call it, Sephiroth.
I'll tell you, man. When they put Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and you had to fight him, and this was after Crisis Core had came out, bro, I was blown the fuck away. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was fucking blown away. I was like, what? I get to fight this beast? I was scared. I beat him on Kingdom Hearts 1, but on 2, my brother beat him after 4 tries. But I didn't even try.
He was a pain to beat in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, especially part 2. That was like their danger room. This shit was so fucking dope, bro. Oh, it was so fucking awesome.
It was the final boss in the Coliseum, bro. I was like, yo.
Jay.
Yeah.
Are you having a live stream tomorrow?
I'm off tomorrow, but I mean, I might go live and play something.
You have an individual in the chat that talks a lot of shit. One of those PC guys, right? And when we didn't block him at all, and
what's his name?
I invited him to the panel. Now he keeps saying he gave me excuses. He's only on his phone and he's not home.
I'm okay. I'm sorry.
I'm on my phone.
What's his name?
His name is Richard. It's Mega. Whatever
I saw him today. I didn't pay him any mind. I thought he was.
So he was like a debate tomorrow, right? And mind you, I'm on the phone. I'll be at work under 3,000.
That's cool. I debate in your stand, man. I haven't done a debate in a while. I could set one up.
Richard, you see, he said he came here to defend PC.
Richard, if you wanna give me your info, we can start today. I can make the graphics and everything. I haven't had a debate with a PC fan in over 80,000 years.
Richard,
yeah, let's do it.
It's an exclusive debate.
You wanna if you want to debate, you know, I guess we find out where to debate. Again, I am looking at your YouTube channel. I'm very tempted to block you. You made your account April 26, 2022, so you're not really serious.
Wait,
about
he
what
did
you're
what?
doing.
Wait,
Yeah,
when?
he made his account April 26, 2022.
That's not even 2 months.
Bro.
Blocked.
So, do he get a debate still, or are we blocking him?
No, goodbye.
We're blocking him?
Yeah, man, you
Okay.
gotta block it.
Okay. Well, Richard, you almost got a debate, bro. Like, if you would have had a better YouTube channel, you
No.
know, you're finding out that
Make
you're
it
just a troll.
like
You're
you
using
said
this
you
account
were.
to troll. You could have got a debate, bro. Almost.
Now he asked the question
Good
though.
try.
He
Good
said, "How
try.
do sales affect me as a gamer when I'm still playing a better version of the same game?" Now I'm going to tell you something, Richard.
Wait up, what did he say? Why does something
The
affect
question
him?
said, "How do sales affect me as a gamer when I'm still playing a better version of games?" Now, before y'all answer that, I'm going to read a comment to you he said earlier. He said, Sony will make profits as well on PC. Now, I told him Horizon Zero Dawn made almost $900 million in revenue, and the profit was 560, which helped them move into a new building. That was money they made for them. 560 million. That's over $500 million. On PC, their revenue was 200 something million, right? The profit of that, they've never stated. So, question, you said how does sales affect you? Because, dumbass, if a game does not sell itself, even on the console, on the PC, you don't get more games from that developer. That's pretty much common
Exactly.
sense.
Like, you can't make a sequel to a AAA game with the chump change you make off PC. Yes, you're making money off PC, but you're not making enough off of one single game in less than a year to fund another project. Like I said before, PlayStation has made enough money to fund at least trilogies with just one game. Horizon made enough money by itself to make at least a trilogy. Same thing could be said for God of War, which got on paper over $1 billion made off of God of War 2018. They only made like fucking 18 million on PC and it was out in January. In 3 days, it made more than that. Remember, the game is $50 on PC. It sells 900,000 copies from January to May. And then in 3 days, it sells 3.3 million copies on PS4 at the $60 price or above. PlayStation made more money selling the game to their console fans than they did when they put it on your platform. So yes, money matters because money gets shit done. They're not getting anything done based on the money you guys are giving them because you're not giving enough. I don't know why you're here, bro. I've talked to you guys before, the PC community. You guys have our games. Be happy. Go buy them. Go play them. Be happy. Why are you here? Like, you should be enjoying some games right now. Just go enjoy some games. It looks like somebody already blocked you. I was on the verge of blocking you, but it looked like
Yes, Spartan blocked him.
Spartan blocked. Okay, good.
Why
Don't you let people defend themselves on this channel? You do know everyone sees you for the cowards. You don't. You serious question. What the fuck is that?
to type.
What does that even mean? Not a coward. I'm just not. I don't have to deal with people that refuse to show their real face, use their real identity, and then just continue to make troll accounts in order to try to aggravate me. I don't have to sit here and deal with that. And it might have took me a long time to notice that, but I don't have to deal with that bullshit. I'm a grown-ass fucking man. You're not going to respect me, and you're not going to respect the subscribers that are listening in, that are supporting this channel. We don't need you here, man. I told y'all before, we are real gamers over this bitch. If you want to talk about video games and how good a game is and how much you want to play it or how much you have played it, you can stay as long as you want. But trolling is not going to be welcomed here. It's a waste of my time to indulge in you trolling me, especially when it's so boring. I already know what you're going to say. I already know what you're going to fucking try to tease me with. I already know what weapons you're going to try to use. personal attacks. It's just so boring to me, man. If I fought one of you guys, I fought all of you guys. You know, you're like the putties from Power Rangers. You sound the same, you look the same, and you're boring as fuck. Get out of
God damn. God damn. That's cold, dog.
It's true, man. There's nothing about these guys that make any of them different from the other. Not one thing.
Is that they're making clones of themselves?
Exactly, Ghost. We talked about this yesterday. That these guys be joining and just to troll. They have access to PlayStation exclusives on PC right now. There are new PlayStation or older PlayStation exclusives still in the pipeline to go to PC. And they just don't seem like they're happy. They still want to come to PlayStation channels and troll people. It's just, it's never going to be enough for you guys to shut the fuck up.
Like, yeah, what do y'all want? Literally, y'all want the PlayStation itself?
That's what I'm wondering, bro. What the fuck do they want?
Think about it. Y'all mentioned PC no much, and y'all mentioned Steam. Who is to say that
But the thing is, they're getting the game.
Wait. They love Steam so much. Then remember, Steam is a storefront, right? Just like the Epic Games store. That's owned by Epic Games. Steam is owned by Valve. Remember, these are companies themselves, not as big, but big. Who is to say that those same companies cannot be taken over by the people y'all make fun of for taking their games? Who is to stop Sony and be like, all right, Valve, I'll give you $8 billion to buy Steam. They're going to take that shit. $8 billion? That's way more than Valve is worth, believe it or not. Don't believe all that shit you see on celebrity network shit, those type of websites. Valve themselves are worth legit $5 billion, 5.6 to be exact. And it only became that way because NVIDIA share prices went up in 2013. Who's to stop Sony from buying Valve, Microsoft from buying Valve, Apple from buying Valve? Like, y'all act like the shit is protected. Like, these are inanimate objects y'all are defending, like fucking phones. How are y'all bickering? Oh, well, I'm defending my shit. Why? It cannot cry.
I mean, when it comes to PC, I don't know why he trying to defend a platform that doesn't have a parent owner. There's no one specific person that owns the PC brand. It's such an open platform. You look like an idiot trying to defend it.
Yeah, like, bro. Like, and that goes for the other niggas, too. Don't think they're just PC. Like, y'all niggas on PlayStation that act like little bitches when they say some shit. The people who mad about Kojima, the same Xbox niggas, all that.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest, bro. That shit went so over my head because when I looked at the information, they literally got nothing that day. They didn't get a handshake in person.
We didn't even see a game.
That's what I'm saying. Well, they didn't get a promised game. They basically Kojima just said he's gonna work on a cloud project with them.
Bro, he didn't shake Phil Spencer's hand. I was zoned out.
What you say? True, I couldn't hear that.
I said after you said cloud project, I was zoned out.
Yeah. No, I was intrigued because I know Kojima likes to do that over the top shit, and I know Azure is capable of shit like that, like crazy physics based, since they put the Havoc engine in it. So I want to see what it could do, like, because they talking all this shit about cloud, like Crackdown did. I want to see what they could do, just like Sega with their super game.
Hold on. You think you can actually do a better cloud Crackdown?
I said they're talking all the shit about cloud, like with Crackdown, and like one thing I can tell you.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
I don't know if it's not really needed. Like you've had games do that shit. End game, like what's the game? It's not Red Dead, but the one on PS2. One of those games, bro. Like that has it. Battlefield games have had full-on destruction.
Talking about Red Faction.
Red Faction, yes. There we go.
Red Faction.
Yes. That game was like PlayStation 2, and had full-on destruction with minimal frame drops. That shit was 35 frames per second. When destructed, 30, back to 35, 40. So
that makes me wonder: is the Azure cloud even good though? Because it did less destruction than that game.
Processing wise, yes, very good. especially with security, Azure is very good. The
Oh
problem,
no,
hold
security, but that's what the deal is. When
but
it comes to gaming, though, is it even good? Because
the problem is gaming itself requires constant input, not streaming right to you. It's not like a movie playing. Gaming, your input changes every fucking time. You could squeeze the trigger, or you could tap the shit many times, like button mashing. That will fuck with your input latency and everything. Like how much action you got to
yes,
do per second. That's the test.
yes, but
No,
I 100% get that. But as I'm saying,
but
for gaming, is that good?
Azure has never did that. The only game really that did bus smashing on a subscription service in the cloud and was successful used Amazon Web Service, and that game was God of War 3 on PS Now. That was the only game that was full on 60 frames per second that had no lag, and legit the only game ever any switches that had that with minimum low latency input. So if
You
that's
know
one game.
what, bro? I did not know the guy that plays Superman on CW is the voice actor for Sephiroth. I had no
Where is he?
fucking idea. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna make 10 more accounts. What happened?
Did he make a new one?
No, because Richard said, well, that's not him, but Richard said he would make 10 more accounts to come through. What happened? I know you're listening.
Well, I mean, I would debate him, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't like want to even use his real voice. These guys, look, I've debated a lot of these random ones. They all sound like little ass kids. They still got years in school, man. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I wanna talk to somebody educated that actually plays video games.
Yeah, like,
Go study a Mac, bro.
Legend, man. That's just a legendary. It's so legendary, you know? It's legendary when you know that PC fans suck ass. You know, it's just fucking awesome.
Bro.
They literally suck ass out here.
see, that's
Okay.
okay.
Let's continue. So
Just such a troll.
Destruction AllStars.
Sucks.
Although I platinumed the game and invested over 100 hours into the game, I thought the game was dead. I thought the game was dead, and I found out that they got 3 new seasons ready. June 22nd, August 10th, September 20th. The fact that not only do they have the seasons ready, they have specific dates for when they're going to release these new different seasons of content, completely destroy Halo. How do they know the content they about to release to this game that, you know, again, expired, just like Halo, but they're a smaller studio with less funding. I mean, we start to see this a lot now with PlayStation. Like, they betting on, let's say, least experienced horses or horses with not that much shine. And Microsoft is betting on people like Bethesda, that like grand prize winning horses, and they're not able to deliver. But these like non-name horses that Sony is betting on, they're able to deliver in departments that you would expect a more experienced, a more well-funded horse to do better in. You know? Like Bethesda delivering in good games that are releasing on Xbox. Or 343 delivering on their promise to their fans and actually putting out good seasons of content. Like,
it's all about 3 things, 3 factors: passion, talent, and discipline.
but you know who we blame for that? Trilogy. True. What you
Yo,
got?
Listen,
We're gonna blame.
listen.
We're gonna blame True Witty.
Xbox only has one of those
wait.
traits.
We're
You
gonna blame
said
True Witty for that.
passion, talent, and discipline.
Yeah.
Xbox only has one of those traits.
Yo, that's good.
They 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 only got talent, but they don't got discipline, and some of them don't even have passion.
And then of course, well, I guess we could throw a fourth one in there. Management. You gotta have the management to back it. So I mean,
Patient.
That would also probably come under passion and
No,
not passion but discipline.
discipline, pacing, timing falls under discipline. Knowing what you want to do and actually doing it. That's all you really need. That's really what you need.
So
Passion.
what? So what is everybody's thoughts on this? Because this is a big deal. Even though this game went silent a long time ago, and you know what I want from the game. Does this mean Sony sees something in it that they can spark again? Is this the last ditch effort, kind of like what Drive Club had? If you remember Drive Club, they had their last hurrah with a shitload of content, and I believe almost in that same year or the year after, they announced that they were gonna cut it off. If they do announce that they gonna kill this fucking game finally, it's gonna be bad news because you greenlit a game that you weren't 100% behind, and you seem to be upset at the developer for not being able to deliver.
Crossovers.
Exactly. There we go. Look, just adding one character into this fucking game, it could literally revive this game. I've talked to the developer almost every fucking month about crossovers. Earlier this morning, I talked to them on Twitter about crossovers.
Evil tournaments.
I mean, I think all of it can help. So they talk about Rise, Unite, and Survive. That's the theme for all of these. The first one's Rise.
I just realized this whole time I was talking to the developer. Goddamn.
Who are you talking? What are you talking about, True?
No, I was talking to someone on Twitter, bro. Oh, this whole time I was talking to the freaking developer.
Yes, I understand.
Developer
I
of
know you're good friends
game.
with Phil.
You know.
We know you love Phil. So what's your thoughts on this? What do you think this means?
I think Sony with that games as a service idea.
This would have to work into it.
Okay, I think because it's in fully their control now, and they back up really their main service game that they had for years is now multi-plat and will be the show. I think they're just looking for a boost for somehow to get this shit rolling because this is a service game. It is, no matter how you want to put it. It's supposed to last, just like Rocket League lasted, like that. I think this is one of those games Sony always seen as a possibility, but like Anthem, they weren't ready. And the fact that this is for PS5, that wasn't ready, the amount of them. That's another thing that hurt it. I think this game should have been cross-gen. Well, key, it's weird for me to say that, but I think this game should have been fucking cross-gen.
I'm going to agree with you. I think one of the major reasons why it couldn't catch on is because it just wasn't enough people to play it. Yes, it is now a part of PlayStation Plus. If you have PlayStation Plus Extra or higher, you have access to Destruction All-Stars. I'm going to be honest, guys. I platinumed the game. I will gladly go back and play this game with you guys. You know, I have no problem going back to support this game. I'm about to actually, after I'm done this last battle on this Nickelodeon shit, I'm going to go hop on that shit right now. It was a fun game, a great community.
Yeah.
And I think more people should play it. But
it
just sucked because I feel like Sony didn't really like show a lot of love to this game. And in reference to what you said earlier, crossovers, it would have been a no-brainer. I mean, you were doing it with Fortnite, you were doing it with Fall Guys, shit, you did it with Rocket League and many others. I don't really understand why that wasn't the first thing to cross their mind to try to revive interest in this.
Sony has a problem, Jay. I mentioned it, I think the last time I was on this show, I believe, Thursday or Friday. I think Friday, right? Sony pushes a lot of third parties, right? Them bringing their own type of third party game is competition. But if they push this game it would be competition to other live service
So
games.
what
Even
do? Do you allow it to die?
no, what you do is you gotta start marketing the third party shit, but they can't do that because that's an integral part of PlayStation. The problem that they have, another thing is
Conflict of
with,
interest.
yes, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how. You saw what happened on PS3, how the single players ruled that gen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, multiplayer games were there, but they didn't take off like how the 360 did because 360 had a lot of multiplayer games. That was the gen of it. Sony can't push their multiplayer games because conflict of interest. The time for it to last might overshadow their new releases. And I've seen that shit happen with The Last of Us when they remastered it
I
and
think
the
it's
online
really
support.
interesting though about Destruction All Stars. You know, the game is available on PlayStation Plus. If they can get some good marketing between June and September, they could bring up the numbers
Too many
because,
games.
huh?
There's too many games. Saints Row was next, really, and all of
I
this
know,
really
but
is
I mean,
hard.
it's still, even though you have the main games, you still have content coming out, and like I said, June 22nd. What's this? August 10th, but that's before Saints Row.
Mhm.
September 28th. That's after The Last of Us. So the
Right.
games are coming out either before the big shit happens or after. It's like it's giving you a reason to return, and that's a really really good thing. But
Yeah.
along with what I'm seeing here, I'm not seeing any representation for PlayStation characters. Again, I will continue to ask every single day that they have a countdown because they had one on their Twitter account. But it's a lot of stuff. Let me go show you guys Destruction All Stars. They had a new coat of paint. They had a new design and everything. And I really liked it. I just feel like in so many ways it's too little too late in the
Yeah.
case of Destruction All Stars. I
Two
don't
things.
like to say that. I hate to see games die in front of my face. It's the saddest fucking thing you could ever witness as a gamer, especially if you love that game. To see a game die, it doesn't mean that the game is bad. It just means that it might have released at the wrong time, or the content didn't come quick enough, or they didn't do something right, or they couldn't do something right. Um,
Uh-huh.
you know, I'm gonna
Jay,
go see if I can play quick play real quick.
Jay,
Because the game's not a because it's not a really big third party IP that's already got a crazy fan base.
no,
Like
no, not
they're
at
not
all.
gonna focus on it.
There's nobody that could really push this game. Activision couldn't push this, and besides that, EA couldn't push this, right? Xbox couldn't push this. But I'm gonna give you an example of what Jay is saying with crossovers. I don't know which Forza it was, but I know it was a Horizon game. I know three had Hot Wheels when they did a collaboration in Forza Horizon 3. That boosted their sales even more. That game actually sold, not shit, not fucking Game Pass because it wasn't a thing then. That game sold Xboxes, right? And then I think it was they put the Halo buggy inside of a Forza game, which boosted up sales and more people came back. Shit like that is done correctly, which they did for their racing and everything with cars. Remember when Drive Club, when they closed on Evolution Studios, what did they do? With the bikes and shit, like from Motorstorm, VR, give them people something to remember and come back to. A new experience. A look, paint, resolution, frame rate is not enough. That's what they can do. Give you shit from other games, buggies, dirt. Do the shit from Motorstorm, legit. When you crash on
So it
into
looks like we got a full lobby, so it's good that people are on here. I did see 3 people got a platinum today on Twitter, so that means that people did come back to the game once other people came in. Again, being on PlayStation Plus is going to help bring those numbers up,
but they got to
and
market it.
bringing the content out while it is on PlayStation Plus is going to bring those numbers up. So
But they have to market the
they
game
do
so
have to
it's
market it.
there.
That's yeah, exactly. That's not enough. They got to market it. PlayStation has to do a better job. They can do a grassroots marketing, making sure that they they retweet stuff, that they have it in the esports category that they have.
Exactly. It is an
Like
esports game. It
it is an
is.
esports game.
It is. That's a crazy thing. You don't
Yeah,
market this shit.
yeah, and yeah, like I said, like if it's not a first party game or a game that's third party that they know that they're gonna market to high hail because they're gonna get a lot of buys and like Fortnites and the Call of Duties and shit, bro. They're not gonna care about it. This is
Oh, exactly.
their last hurrah, like
There's
they were
only
saying.
one third-party person that can market this game and push this game. The only one. I don't care if y'all disagree, but look the history of that genre that involves cars. The only person that can market this game would be EA. The correct way and bring people back.
Yeah. Well, Citron. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
yeah,
Burnout.
exactly. See, like that. EA would push this game to the fucking high heavens.
Mm.
No matter if they had Battlefield. You saw what happened. One time they had Battlefield and what's the other game? Star Wars Jedi. You see what they did to Battlefield?
Fucked up right now.
They was like, fuck Battlefield. We pushing Star Wars Jedi in 2019, and look, that game sold 9 million, and Battlefield just there. That should tell you something. Battlefield, they flagship. They just pushed it aside like that. Need for Speed, they brought back with the new graphics, the open world. They revitalized their car type of genre games. They could do that. Only EA does that. I've noticed. Only EA. Ubisoft couldn't do it with the crew. EA is the fucking is the people that do it, which is weird to say. But Electronic Arts got it. Either they can sell this game off and
You
sell
like
this
that,
shit.
you little fucking bastard?
They gotta push this game. They gotta do crossover. They gotta market it to let people
Yeah,
know.
they
Look,
do, man. They
this
look
isn't-
every
whoa, whoa,
season
whoa.
that comes out, they have to have major advertisement for it.
Whoa,
Have cash
Cyber-
prizes or something. Like you gotta
Whoa.
dig deep, bro. This could be a real good game.
Wait. Why not just put the fucking cars in Fortnite? Same way.
I was thinking that too. I thought about that.
Put them in Fortnite. You could drop cars, you could go in the water now. Like, why not have destruction like the Derby shit in Fortnite crossover? You have the
Oh my god, a Fortnite crossover with that game would be perfect, wouldn't it?
a Derby, Fortnite Derby. You see when they added the little racetracks last year and one on the screen which is black right there. You have
Dang,
your
bro.
own game. You're pushing your own game in a third party game that Epic would be like, okay, you already have it set. Just put it in fucking Fortnite.
Yo.
And then do the X, Fortnite Destruction AllStars and have some of the characters.
They are very similar in art style.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's quite similar.
Perfect. Put some of the
Yeah,
characters.
but the thing is, though, Sony would have to actually want to put effort into it.
That's
the thing. The problem with Sony is that they don't like to put any effort into these multiplayer games. And if you're gonna
popular on its own.
And you guys know what's so funny though? Y'all know how we were saying how Sony don't like to market their own shit like that. They rather do it through third party. Well, guess what? Since they're making their own 10 fucking IPs of what is it? Service games. How they gonna do that? They gotta market that shit. Like.
But they already know how to market that. That's Bungie and all of that shit.
Interesting to see this generation with all that.
What have a question. What happened to Overwatch?
What happened to Overwatch?
What is an Overwatch? Oh shit!
Y'all know what it is. Come on,
y'all know what Overwatch is.
What happened to Overwatch, man? Like I don't hear
about like the hype, bro. Fortnite came and stole it. Apex Legends came in and took over, bro.
Apex Legends murdered them shits.
Well, you said Overwatch 2, right? The beta?
Yeah, what happened?
Nobody really liked Overwatch. That's the funny thing. People don't ever fucking understand that shit. People do not like Overwatch. They pretended to like it so that what's the name wouldn't win that game.
But Overwatch always seems stupid to me.
The PC crowd,
Overwatch always seems stupid to me. How do you have a story but you don't actually the story is told through YouTube videos?
What? I've never played an Overwatch.
The story of each character is told to a YouTube video that they release.
Son, Apex Legends making a lot of fucking money, bro. Like, people talk about Fortnite. I don't think y'all realize Apex Legends is making a lot of fucking money, man. Like, they got to hit on
second fucking place. I almost came first.
No, I don't get it. PlayStation marketed Apex Legends when Anthem was coming out. They marketed Fortnite in 2017, like when PUBG was coming out for Xbox. and they didn't want to boost these games. So, and Rocket League should be the fucking promise if they made that game popular on Plus. So how the fuck could you not make Destruction All Stars popular?
That's the thing, man. This was more of a game. Okay, yeah, they commissioned this game to actually be made, like, exclusively. Those games, they held them down, and then when they went multiplayer, they got even bigger.
Nah, they got huge on PlayStation before I could even multiplayer, and then that crossplay shit happened. Remember? So that was that. But I don't. If they could push Rocket League, which is car soccer, how you can't push Destruction? People love to blow shit up, crash, and all of that.
Bro, I got no fucking idea, man.
Or just mix Gran Turismo with that shit. Put some of the cars, a licensed car, and Destruction All Stars, and then look how much people get hyped.
That would make Gran Turismo the arcade racing, and they don't want to do that. See, the problem is though,
bro,
I don't know
more money. Arcades is always for milking the hell out of money.
This game just shut off my PS5. What the fuck is that?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, Shreddy, if they made a Gran Turismo Grand Prix, like a Forza Horizon, you know how much people will play that shit?
So see, that's the thing. Out of the, I'm gonna put the graphic back up on screen. Out of the graphic that we saw, right? There's one that says Rise. That just seems like they're gonna have some different outfits right there. That's gonna be, from what I'm looking at, summer outfits, and then August you're gonna get another batch of either hood or street or summer outfits. But then the second one that I'm talking about, it looks like it's gonna have a different game mode. And then the third one seems like it's gonna have a different game mode also. It looks like it's gonna be more battling on it compared to the other one. So we'll see, but I see some meteors also on the third one. It looks like meteors are coming down. So I don't know what that means.
They should put a mini game for MotorStorm in it.
Again, they really should. They should have people been asking them to add a mode where you race, or maybe even add a mode where you don't have the vehicles and you're just fighting. But like, they gotta listen to the fan. Like, I've been one of their biggest fans. One of their biggest fans, and I don't think I've ever gotten a response on why they won't add more popular characters. I know you wanted to create a new IP with your characters. Your characters are there. You can continue to support them and give them outfits, but you got to make some contracts to get some more popular characters to guest star in your title. Even if it's not permanent, like Fortnite, that they'll only be there for like a couple of fucking days or weeks, and then they get rotated out. Like, you got to do something, man. Like, I wish that this game could be more popular. I wish it could. I don't know what this first update is going to be. They said on the 22nd, 21st, 22nd. So the 22nd is Wednesday. I mean, that'll be in the middle of the week. I'm hoping it's good, man. Again, Sony's smart enough to know, okay, we're going to put Spider-Man on PC in August. We're going to make sure that we have The Last of Us coming out in September. And July, we're going to have the Cat game. We're going to get started on pushing Destruction All-Stars at the edge of June. Like, I see the vision now. I'm starting to see they're going to make sure they have content. PlayStation Plus Premium is going to get content throughout the rest of the year, obviously. If you don't know PlayStation is the place to play your games, I feel sorry for you. If you don't know now, you'll never know.
Sweet Tooth should have been fucking in that game.
You think I haven't said that?
I know, that's why I'm just repeating.
It's like, bro, it's like, I've been telling the devs this shit, bro. Like,
yeah, they should put Sweet Tooth, because think about it. How they going right now, they making all their IPs more noticeable. So, Sweet Tooth and some of the things from Drive Club, since you don't want to impose on Gran Turismo, put Drive Club elements into Destruction All-Stars. You already got the physics. Just add the cars, add the bikes. Literally, you could fucking Do like a crash derby, basically. That's all you gotta do.
Right now, the only thing
Monster
I saw,
trucks.
and I
Monster
wanted
trucks.
to see if we can get this image on the screen real quick. The only thing I saw from Destruction All Stars was that I really like is that everybody's gonna get like outfits that completely change them. They're gonna be out of these battle derby or destruction derby suits, right? Let me go over here to PlayStation. They're gonna be out of these destruction derby suits. Speaking of destruction derby, we got a first cinematic trailer for Lego Brawls, which seems to be a Smash Brothers style Lego game. And you already know what I'm gonna say about that. With all of these Smash Brothers clones, will Sony take the fucking hint? You know, I don't want to be the person that continues to speak bad about PlayStation, but I have to be critical so they listen. You guys might not, but I have to do it. I owe it to you and I owe it to PlayStation to keep them on their toes. If what Truity is saying and from what we're studying and it looks like the case, they want to put forth minimal effort and make the biggest return. They want to not work hard on something small and have it be very successful.
Yeah, business usually.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
But I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, exactly. In this line of work, you go small. We know you're going small. We ain't gonna be there with you. I think Destruction All-Stars, from the graphics to the gameplay style to the mechanics to everything, is a great game. But it needs star power. And from what I've seen, it has no real star power that puts it over the top from other games. So again, they're trying with this new promotion. I like this gameplay video, this Destruction All-Stars 101 series. Smart to do on the backs of PlayStation Plus Premium, going live on Monday. This gameplay trailer came out on the 16th. So that was Sunday, 18th. So yesterday was the 18th, and then 17th was Friday. So this came out on Thursday. And why is this important? Because they're starting their promotion before PlayStation Plus Premium goes live in the UK, where this game might get another lease on life. Now, it's available now on PlayStation Plus in the United States, but on the 23rd, which is the day right after the very first new content launches, people in the UK will be returning to PlayStation, Destruction All-Stars, and they will have a shitload of content. It will almost seem or feel like a new game. It's already went through one revision, which was a really, really good one. It looks the part for a esports title. It's very competitive, by the way, in a fun way. It looks like they're going to be adding a new slam mechanic. It's like a wind. It looks like a wind burst around you to let you know which way you should go for the better attack. I mean, they're doing good with this video. I didn't really sit down and watch it a lot, but maximizing destruction. I mean, it's such a great game, man. I'm not even hyping this up for no reason. There's no PlayStation bullshit affiliated with this. It's just, I know these developers. I know how hard they must have worked on this game. And I want this game to do good. I feel like if it does good, it's automatic that Sony's going to start to do a crossover. But I feel like PlayStation needs to at least do one character so that they can have a good chance of coming back. It's on PlayStation Plus again. You know, it's a game made by people in the UK. So, you know, once PlayStation Plus Premium launches in the Europe region this week coming up, I think it's gonna get a good lease on life. Again,
the UK carry the card games.
Oh yeah, they do. They definitely do, and again, it's a UK dev, so you know how that shit's gonna be. It looks like they're gonna have a whole new menu as far as team battles and stuff. Like they doing good. It looks like there is a battle right here where it looks like most people are on foot and they can still kill people. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Everything they're gonna be adding, it looks really, really fucking good from the
Alright,
interface
so
to
add
everything.
guns. Add guns, add rocket launchers. Just make Saints Row 4. Voila.
Destruction All Stars is an extra tier. Yeah, it's in the second tier. Wait up, I saw a graphic that I don't see on the one I'm playing. What's this all about? Profile. View and follow your multiplayer progress. Check out your personal gameplay statistics. See your rewards. I like how they got the coins right there, and she's right there standing on a mountain of fucking experience and shit. I mean, the art style and everything on this game is fucking awesome. It's like, I would love to see a PlayStation exclusive character guest star in this game. I think it would be dope. You know? I don't see anything bad about that. I don't understand it, bro.
When the fuck they took the time out of YouTube chats?
They got new outfits and everything for all the people. They got some accessibility stuff for the HUD, mini map. Character models look fucking amazing. Like, I can't get enough of the character models. Very soft character models. Great textures and everything, man. Like, I would love to see a PlayStation exclusive character premiere in this game, man. To give it the help that it needs. It needs that star power. It might be just enough to push it over the top. And for more people to take the game seriously. As of right now, it's just a game with random characters you don't know.
Jay.
So sad, man.
Jay.
Huh?
You ever think this game came out at the wrong time?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, but they did push it back so that it could come out in a time where there wasn't a lot of crowding. But I think the damage from the internet had been done. Because remember, there was a slander campaign by the Xbox fans just calling this game trash. Until some PlayStation fans listened to them and said it was trash. And even when PlayStation gave it away for 2 straight months on PlayStation Plus, people were still calling it trash. They lowered it down to $20. People were still calling it trash. They got update 2.0. People still calling it trash. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Can they fix the reputation that they didn't tarnish? You know.
I think that was the first fuck up itself. The major one was the amount of people that could play.
Yeah, so I think. Listen, if I'm gonna be honest, they need to have plans to release this on PS4 ASAP.
Yeah, ASAP. Yeah, you guys know what the other ridiculous thing about why people call that game trash, to justify calling it trash, is because they didn't have any weapons. Like actual guns, rather. Because the game has weapons with the special abilities. I know that. But it has weapons to a degree. But because it's not a clone of fucking,
And then if it was, then they would have been calling it trash because it's a clone, so.
Bro, this shit had rocket launchers. Like, you could drive and with teams, or you could shoot RPGs and blow up cars and stuff like that.
Listen, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that one of these seasons does introduce something different to the gameplay style. I don't think every one of these seasons are going to be content only. It better not be. Like, I'm talking about outfits and stuff. One of these seasons definitely has to introduce a new gameplay style. I'm gonna do my part to make sure we all have the information regarding Destruction All-Stars. I'm gonna be on the Destruction All-Stars official page, Twitter page, religiously. I'm gonna be on a Reddit. I'm gonna see if anything gets leaked out. Based on what they're actually promising to do. But I'm gonna tell you right now, they gotta get on the ball, man. They gotta get on the ball. Like, I'm on the page right now, and they got great artwork. The photo mode is awesome in the game. It's just so much that is good. It's hard to get back on the top when you never were there, and they have to get back on the top for this game to mean anything. Again, like, I see people loving the game, posting photo mode, but it's just, I'm looking at the likes. I'm looking at the likes and retweets. It's just not enough. Doesn't matter. Like, it's just not enough. So,
you think Sony remembers this game exists?
Well, they posted on their PlayStation channel. They put it on PlayStation Plus Premium, which is gonna up the amount of people on the servers, which I know they're paying for. I believe if it gets to a certain point, they acknowledge it. Kind of like Returnal. I don't think Sony would have remembered Returnal existed if it didn't get a certain amount of sales or interest on the internet. This game can break through to that internet hype, which I always thought it was a very internet type of game that people would be talking about. But like I said, man, somebody else could have did this and then they would have just been all over it. But
remember Dreams and Concrete Genie?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Great games. Just didn't get the buzz until afterwards. I mean, especially Dreams. Dreams got a lot of buzz afterwards. Concrete Genie, it had some buzz at the beginning, but it wasn't enough for people to still remember what the fuck the game is.
Yo, I'm glad that again It Takes Two took off, because it shows.
Oh yeah. You saw that other game I was hyping up, the Squire game?
No.
Fuck, it was this game that was just like Take-Two, but it was kind of more like Zelda. And the dude came out of the book and he was inside a kid's room and it was just playing all different classic games and hopping from 2D to the 3D. And it was, I think it's called the Plucky Squire. Yeah.
What?
Hey, you watching the stream right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the gameplay for you.
Yeah, this looks super charming, bro. Looks dope. Nostalgic as fuck, bro.
Yeah, bro. What's funny is I'm not hearing enough about that.
Hey,
and that's what I was expecting to hear more about that compared to anything else.
That's Devolver Digital, right?
Huh?
That's Devolver Digital, right? The game, it's made by them,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, Devolver Digital.
Yeah. Man, those guys are goated, bro.
Yo. Jeff B Gaming in the chat says something very truthful. He said the single player mode behind the paywall was a big L for the game.
Yeah.
That was it.
It was. I agree.
Everybody said that.
And you want to know why they did that? Because they was going to sell the game for $70 and it was going to pay for itself. When everybody bitched about the game being $70, there was no way for them to pay for anything.
Bro, that was another thing.
And that's the only thing they could do to try to get any money to finish the funding.
Yeah, they fucking cut their own foot off before they even started running, bro. Like,
yeah.
With that,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they would have had the game at $70, they would have never tried to nickel and dime the this bird is looking me in my face. What the fuck?
It ain't worth $70. That's not enough.
No, I'm just saying if it would have did the $70, they wouldn't have cut up the fucking single player.
It was like Anthem being $60. It wasn't nothing there to do but fly around.
I don't know, man. I just feel like when PlayStation does anything related to people that used to work on Drive Club or MotorStorm, it's kind of like they just screw the pooch. It's like they don't know really what to do. It's not that there's nothing wrong with the game itself. It's just like they don't know how to release the content. They don't know when they should release the content. They don't know if they should do cross promotion. They don't know what to do. And I think I was gonna say this maybe an hour ago. I wanted to say this to you, Spartan. They need to hire a games as a service president or a multi-platform president. Someone that knows what the fuck they doing with multiplayer.
Like Bungie?
Yeah, like, no, not Bungie. Let them do their own thing. No, somebody, right, that knows how to have games made. Not just Destiny type games. All types of professional of games as a service. Because I don't know if Sony knows how to release good multiplayer games if they're in control. I don't want to take Bungie out of their element. Let them focus on their own shit.
Hold up, Jay.
PlayStation needs someone.
Hold up, I'm trying to check the view right. All right, so yeah, you are correct. They need somebody like that because the forceful hand for that, just pushing out games, you gotta manage that shit at the same time, like we said for Xbox. They can make multiplayer games. They really could. The problem is they don't know how to make them from scratch anymore because there's so much competition.
Hey, bro, are you looking at the? Let me know when you're looking at the stream.
I'm looking at the stream, bro.
Okay.
I'm looking at you at the door. I'm about to
show it up right now. I'm telling you, bro. I'm like as soon as I saw it.
Cliffy B coming back. So
he coming back to Xbox?
No, to gaming. Somebody said, and.
Well, after his last fucking game, I don't know if that's a smart idea. Bro, honestly, when I saw this shit, and when he came out of the page of the book, I just fucking lost my mind.
This look like Zelda.
Bro, wait until he comes out of the book.
Wait, was it some LGBT story? What the fuck you mean coming out of the book?
Watch, just keep watching.
Okay.
They're definitely gonna have an LGBTQ reference.
What the hell?
This is day one. I don't care what nobody say. This is day one.
Hey yo, absolutely.
On PS2.
But look at all the classic Easter eggs to older games. Like they had a Mike Tyson knockout right there, a reference. They had a lot of reference to old classic games. I'm gonna play that again. Even Zelda, obviously. This is a day one, right? It's a weird name, but it's a day one.
Jay, when I seen this game for the first time during that showcase, I was like, "Oh shit, this is a JayTech game."
Oh yeah, man! Like, you know how much I love Zelda alternatives,
bro. I was like, "That's the first thing I thought about." I was like, "Oh shit, this is a Jay game right here, totally." You gonna love this shit.
Okay, I've seen it.
Now this game will be on Switch, Xbox, and PC.
Boy, that game gonna chug on Switch.
I know, man. I was thinking the same thing. I'm wondering how the Crisis Core remake is gonna do, unless they give them the classic Crisis Core.
Wait a damn minute.
They might have it on. Nah, they shouldn't do that cloud.
Hey,
Kingdom Hearts.
What?
Hey, yo, wait. Yo, wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. I'm looking at AllStars. We talking about games, these sequels. Where the fuck is the sequel to Cuphead?
They released a new female DLC, but I don't think they announced a sequel. They take forever to make that game and complete that shit. I don't know.
No, so where's Cuphead? I ain't forget about that game.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, they talked about the DLC that they promised. But I don't. Did they ever promise a sequel?
Damn near. Before it came to PlayStation.
I think the DLC that they got was the one that they just delivered on. Hold on. Let me go get the because I don't care about it, so I don't really care. But
as someone who played Cuphead and played Contra and played Super Mario and underwater missions. Yeah, I know them kids. Even the ones in Crash Bandicoot.
So here it is right here. This is Cuphead, the delicious last course. This
I know.
They showed off. But I don't know enough about Cuphead to help you out with that. But I don't remember I know they got a Netflix series that I'll be watching, but...
Hell yeah, I got Netflix again. I'm about to watch that.
I'm trying to figure, is it out yet?
I'm gonna need that because Cuphead was fucking amazing. I ain't gonna lie, that was one game, even though it wasn't Xbox.
I mean, I might get it if I can find somebody I can actually play the game with. Because I'm on Ninja. I got Ninja Turtles, but I thought everybody claimed they was gonna get the game, and now I can't find nobody to play the fucking game with. So I'm kind of upset about that because I'm home today and tomorrow, and I wanna get started on that. But
Lucky.
I don't worry, huh?
You lucky, nigga. I've been home since the 10th. I've been on vacation.
Oh, vacation.
I go back to work tomorrow.
Oh
Unfortunately,
yeah.
yeah, I hate it, and they're gonna stick me all the way to the end.
I saw this artist on Instagram that he made like some of our favorite people and the Cuphead artwork, and I thought it was so dope. Like Batman, Spider-Man, Crash, all in
Verge said he'll play.
who?
Verge Brizzle. He said I'll play.
Bro, let's set something up for tomorrow
He
or
regretted
maybe
that.
later on tonight. So yeah, let's set that shit up, bro. I'm gonna be honest though. I think that Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis should have went to the Switch, and that Crisis Core should have stayed off the Switch. And you know why I'm saying that, Spartan, because I think they gonna get the cloud version of Crisis Core, and they ain't gonna be happy if they get that, because they've been getting the cloud version of a lot of big boy games lately. Now let's go take a look at Evil West. True Witty said this is game of the decade. I want to see what's going on here.
Game of the decade, Truity. Excuse me?
I mean, that's what True Witty said. I can't.
You acting like God of War Ragnarok.
You gonna die on that hill, bro?
Yeah, he going that. He got down that hill.
Dang, man, he got
ad. Skip the ad, bro. I don't care them bum ass people.
You know, I gotta wait like 4 or 5 seconds before I click. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Gameplay looking good, looking soft. Got some grappling hook. Okay. Oh, this game giving me a classic feel of gaming. I think I'm gonna like this a lot. Oh, this just looks so,
Platforms?
you know?
Platforms?
Yeah, it looks so.
What platform is this? Oh, I like the dash little interface they had.
Yeah, did you see, bro? Don't this remind you of like PS2 generation of good games? Like, it just looks like something I really want to play, bro.
Yeah, I like how the fire just fizzled out. I like it.
I like this. It's like a fun Western. Oh, the rolling is good.
Microsoft gonna buy this too.
I don't know. We haven't heard this go. Oh, whoa! He got some combat going on. Oh shit! True Witty got a rare W. He told me to look out for. Oh my goodness! Look at the phone shit.
Oh, he can fight.
Oh, okay, bro. Okay, True Witty. I'm gonna take the W and I'm gonna give you the L.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I can't let you have this one.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I fucks with this, Spartan.
This nigga uppercutted him and then shot him. That's disrespectful.
Hey,
I fucks with this one.
That looks dope, bro. It looks dope.
I like it. What platforms is on though? I'm gonna need this.
Even
This
though
is on the Nintendo Switch 2.
I fucking hate Western settings, but that game looks dope, though.
Wait, you said only the Switch?
No, the Nintendo Switch 2. It's coming out in 2031.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Nah, I think it's on all the big boy systems and PC.
And what's it called? Evil West, right?
Yeah, it's called Evil West.
I like this. Ooh, I like
It's giving me some Red Dead Redemption 1 vibes, you know?
Yes, it's really
not
like
as realistic as Part 2, but you know, yeah, it's giving me some good vibes here.
It comes out this year for PS4, PS5, all the Xboxes, and PC. Ooh, I don't see Switch.
It's coming out this year?
Hey, what is it, like a more realistic version of Trigon? Hey.
Ooh, got a good idea. No, oh wow.
Wait, you said Trigun or Trigon?
Trigon, the classic anime, Trigon.
Oh, man.
I like the character models,
That was my
though.
favorite anime. I had the UMD movie on PSP. I used to watch that shit
religiously. As playing. Damn.
That shit was flames, bro. Flames.
Great. Dash the Stampede. Yeah.
The environment is nice. I like that. They're giving me God of War 2
like we got some He went to the underworld. Look like he got some.
Ooh, God of War 2 vibes.
Hey, bro, I think this is day one, man.
Whenever it comes out, it says release is this year, so.
I hope they got a good marketing team, and
Hey,
I
when
really
does
hope this shit don't go to Game Pass.
Who
They
marketing
need to
this?
pay for this shit.
Xbox?
wait, who's the publisher, the devs, and when is it release?
I don't have any of that information
It
until
says
the
this
end.
week. The publisher is Focus Entertainment. Oh god.
Oh, it's a Focus game. Oh shit.
Is that
That's
good?
Yeah, they made a Plague Tale.
it's subpar because they're a AA studio with like subpar gameplay, but
What games have they made? I'm not familiar.
The Plague Tale.
a shit ton of games. Plague
The Plague's
Tale.
Tale? Oh,
Yeah,
Plague's Tale, the new one ain't that bad.
Requiem.
Yeah,
Requiem.
yeah. I'm saying
Yeah, the new
subpar,
one
right?
got that. Somebody started with the developer team and they got combat now in Plague's
Yeah.
Tale.
Games like Greedfall and
This seems to have a skill tree also, so I'm excited about that.
the vampire game. What's that
Space
vampire game
Marine?
called? Fucking.
They did Space Marine?
No, they made Insurgents? I didn't know that.
You said they made Space Marine also?
Yeah.
Which one? 2 or 1?
Dude, Warhammer Space Marine.
Oh, okay. I can trust them.
Right,
I can trust
Warhammer.
them then. I can trust them.
Warhammer.
Oh, they made
That's
Warhammer.
enough. That's all I need. That's all I need.
And they also made that vampire game too. The vampire game.
War was
called?
it?
Shit.
What was it?
Vampire.
When?
They did.
They did?
Focus Entertainment did Vampire.
I know the name World War Z though. I know that was there.
I think they're good with gameplay, but not always graphics. This game isn't trying to be like the best graphical game.
Yeah.
So they plan on their strengths, and the gameplay is really solid.
Wait. I know why they got the mechanics for the guns. They made the Surge as well.
That's a game with heavy gameplay.
And they
really
made
good
Greedfall. Greedfall.
Okay, Greedfall has some good gameplay as well.
Hey, yo, you don't believe Greedfall got a part 2 coming out? Ain't that weird?
I'm surprised because part 1 it just looked like it shouldn't have been made.
Yeah, facts.
Damn.
Apparently, enough people must have liked the game though. I guess. I know I didn't. That shit was ass, bro. To me.
You know what sucks about Wendy's? Now that they got the strawberry, they got rid of the vanilla. I love vanilla Frosties. No, they got rid of it, and it's illegal.
What about the
It's giving me so many different vibes, but it's good vibes, like Dark Souls with this forest shit. Demon Souls.
Seeing though, I like the environments they really hitting.
Yeah, I know, man. Look like they got slugs or leeches on the trees.
It's as fuck, bro. This shit look good, bro.
It looks really good.
I hope it stays as such because this look like PS4, Xbox.
Oh, he got a flamethrower? Oh, shit. You got hidden treasure chests? This is just, it looks like so much fun, bro. You know? Like, you ever seen a game that's just like fun? This looks like a fun game to play.
I just like I can blow shit up, beat people up.
It's good. You said earlier it gives you old God of War vibes. It does give me
God of
old God of
War
War
2, especially when he was underground, reminds me of the cave sequence where you gotta go run across and sprint and press circle. I mean, if you miss that shit, you're gonna die. And then when you gotta unlock the chest, it's like the beginning of the game. This reminds me totally of that. You gotta tap circle mad hard to lift up. Then you gotta tap circles to release the drawbridge. That's what that reminded me of. And that looks good.
Damn, bro. I like that they have elemental damage, and if you shoot an enemy in their head or in the body, they start leaking out blood. I really like that. Some good attention to detail there.
Yeah,
I like the different types of animations on how he opens up treasure chests. He just crashed his hands on the treasure chest and ripped off the top. Then the other one, he politely lifts up the top. So I really like the different animations in this game. I really went all out on this one, man.
Nah, them niggas made the surge. I'm in.
Beautiful. It's giving me some heavy God of War vibes now with the finishers. I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. I like what I see. This is just fucking awesome, man. Look at that. He's crawling into the mouth of a monster. And I just love it. He's about to go. It looks like he's about to go into the body of this dead fucking dragon. I mean, I don't know how you can hate a game like this. I'm glad I finally got around to watching the gameplay. This looks fucking dope. This is day one. Yeah, Jay Love said it resembles God of War. Yes, it does. I'm not sure about this game, Jay. Guy, it looks cool though. Yeah, it looks good, man. Shotgun, revolver, flamethrower. He got just like an arsenal of fucking crazy moves, man. Vampire, Batman, the Highborn. Boss battles looking solid. I just miss when developers would make like unique games like this. It's just so rare now, you know? I mean, I have to support this game because we don't get games like this anymore. Just pure fun. Nice finishers. Oh, beautiful finisher. The developer's confident. They showed a good amount of gameplay. Over 10 minutes worth of gameplay. Doesn't get better than that. Evil West. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. It looks like it's skipping the Nintendo Switch altogether. Either the game is too much for the Switch or it's too mature for the Switch. Either way. Hold on. Flying Wild Hog. I saw them before. Let's go put some stuff on the map right here. This is a really solid game. It's coming out. It looks like it's coming out. What did it say? It said September 20th. I think it said September 20th. Solid, man. Don't get better than that. Solid. Real solid. Fucking great time to be a gamer. This year gonna break my wallet, man. It's gonna break my fucking wallet. I'm about to get on Tuesday I'm getting fucking Saints Row out the way and possibly what's the name? Saints Row and what's the other shit name? Saints Row and Last of Us Part 1. Damn, bro. I mean, damn. What the fuck, bro? That's crazy. That's oh man, I wish games like that got more fucking recognition. That's really good. Damn, man. Destruction AllStars only got 31,000 fucking views compared to everything else that released. Like, damn, bro. Man, the first impression is the only impression. That's what they say. There's a new fucking trailer. Screen culture. I'm gonna watch this shit. Watch this on my downtime. Watch later. Favorites. Oh my god, that's fucking awesome. That's a good game. Oh shit. I won't be able to stop thinking about that shit. Fuck. Oh man, damn, this is such a fucking rare platinum, bro. I mean, it doesn't really matter how many people get the platinum at this point. It's still going to be at a 0.1 because it's so rare. Like, not enough people gave the game a chance. It's such a great game. Let me see which one is the highest. Or I mean, which one is the more common one? All of them, a good amount of these should be common, but it just shows that just not enough people played the game. Yeah, none of them are common on the pyramid scale. Damn, bro. What in the fuck? Wreck an opponent's hero vehicle in an online match. That shit should be common. That's a silver. You know what that shit is? That shit's rare. Like only 33.2% of people got that shit, man. Like that should be something that everybody gets. Perform 100 wrecks. Again, that's a little bit difficult because it's 100, but damn, bro. Complete and win a mayhem event in arcade mode. That's easy. Nobody even fucking want the arcade mode. Earn a S rank and rating or higher in any event. That's easy. That's an easy one. That's a gold trophy, but it's very fucking easy. We can't expect to get unique games like this if we're not going to support them. I'm hoping that with the new content that they're bringing out over this summer, that this game can get the support that it deserves. But I don't know what to say, man. Just people ain't feeling it. Man, I don't think they ever gonna feel it. I want them to, but hey, I think they gotta worry. They gotta work on the image of this game. They gotta start better marketing. Do some cross promotion with existing PlayStation characters. Make sure that they make a guest appearance. At least 5 of them this year. At least 5. If you don't want the character to be in there, have an outfit. You know, try something. It's a big investment to make any video game in this day and age, and I don't think they saw their money come back. And they got to try to find a way to put this on PS4, see if they can get more people to play the game. Okay, with more of the blah blah blah, let me see. What is this? Rise will be launching alongside the launch of PlayStation Plus service in Europe this June. This event will also play host to our first community challenge, where the entire community can work together towards a shared goal, unlocking exclusive cosmetic rewards for the whole community to enjoy. You'll find all of this and more in our latest trailer. Okay. Our first event is also adding a brand new game mode called Jump Shot to Destruction AllStars. It's a team-based game mode that requires you to think fast on your feet and behind the wheel as you score points with the help of your team. Check out the trailer for more. Okay. Looks good. I'm gonna go save this image. They got some nice fucking new outfits and not really outfits, but new color schemes. No, that looks like it changes the outfit. Giving me Synthezoid vibes, kind of like Iron Man. I mean, they really got a rebranding here. I'm looking at the PlayStation blog, and it really looks good. Like they got some screenshots that I didn't see before. That shit looks really, really fucking good. I'm surprised at that one. Let me see if I can get an image up, because I want to show y'all. I mean, they definitely doing good, but they got to do stronger. So they're going to time it with the European release of PlayStation Plus, which is really, really good. So they're smart enough to do that. Let's see if Europe can help this game grow. There are people online in the United States and I believe Japan for this game. It's a very bright and colorful game. If you like bright colors, you got that. Fast action vehicles. I mean, hitting people with cars is basically what you do in this game. Okay, I'm gonna get these 4 images, have them rotate. So these are the images I just found on the PlayStation blog. The red and black background screen, that one is for the Synthozoids. It seems like it's a mission we all can play and get additional outfits. So again, they are trying in some capacity. They are truly trying. We'll see how far they try. I'm going to test out the new mode later this week. I'm excited, man. They just need some star power. They have to understand they need some star power. They cannot bring this game back from the dead without doing some crossovers. So that's... You're going to need some star power. Jay Love, you said I told you, Jay. What do you tell me? People tell me a lot of stuff. You gotta be specific, for real. I tell myself a lot of stuff, and I don't even remember what most of the shit is. What do you tell me? But we got all the information here. I'm excited for them to try to rebrand and repush this game for the last hurrah. Maybe it can get some traction, and they won't fucking kill it. You know. It will be really, really nice if the game doesn't die. Yeah, without any star power, there's no way this game survives. They have to have a familiar face make a guest appearance, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. They gotta have, they got to, bro. This game is not gonna fucking survive if they don't have a recognizable face to continue to push for this. There's no fucking way. I'm gonna be tagging Destruction AllStars in this. I'm not gonna stop telling them the one thing they need to fucking do. They can't listen. I'm gonna be honest. This game gets axed if they say they're gonna cut off the servers next year or the year after. I'm gonna go to that developer and I'm gonna say, I told you what to fucking do and you didn't listen. And that's why your fucking game's dead. No one brings out a battle royale type of game or games as a service without any crossovers. From what I'm seeing right now, at least in the first season so far, I'm not hearing anything about any crossovers. They need to fucking figure out what they're gonna do with that. The game is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. You should be able to call Sony to see if you can get some outfits or something. You gotta try something. You can't sell this game on its own. It has no recognizable merchandise or name or anything. Fucking horrible, man. Fucking horrible. Game's great. But, again, man, would you buy some shoes if they didn't have any name brand on it? How many times will you buy those shoes? Not a lot. I told you, Jay, Horizon... you said Horizon Forbidden West is selling. I took pics just in case you don't believe me. I know that. Oh, J Love, you so late. You know that. I know that Horizon is bouncing back from not being able to sell when Elden Ring is out. I know that. We covered that like over the last 3 Sundays. We've acknowledged that weeks ago. Yeah, trust me, I know. We've covered it. We've acknowledged it. We said it. It's a really good job that Horizon bounced back. I don't know where you were, man. We're always here every Sunday. We just waiting. Like, god damn, bro. Yeah, we know. I know. Trust me. Oh, bro. Oh, god. Oh, man. Let me go take a look at Twitter before we get up out of here. We'll see if there's any Sunday news that I might have missed. I'm still seeing a lot of developers talk about God of War. I don't know if that means anything or nothing. That's dope. Looks like a good game. You motherfuckers are fucking crazy. Tremont Green. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Okay, I am looking. I'm looking on fucking Twitter to see if I see anything. Oh, about time. Getting a star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame, Phil Spencer. Nah, I'm fucking with you. He ain't getting shit. Damn, man. I hope they add Tekken 3 to the PlayStation Plus Premium Collection because, God, I'm going to freak out and play the fuck out of that game every day. I will be playing that game every fucking day. Fucking, I love the internet. I think I'm almost done streaming. Yep. I'm gonna go get these last 2 battles out the way, get this gold trophy, see what else I can knock out related to this game. Maybe I'll be able to get the platinum tonight. Move back to Star Wars either tonight or tomorrow. But I'm always open for Ninja Turtles. I'm on the 2nd level, so if anybody wants to play, I'm trying to play, you know, the game. I'm not just trying to hop in somebody else's game and they're all the way on level fucking 3 or 4 or some shit like that and I'm lost. I don't want that. Cool. They finished the they're done wrapping up shooting for Avatar The Last Airbender, the live action show, so that's pretty cool. Can't wait to see that on Netflix. That PlayStation Showcase about to be crazy. Damn, that shit about to be crazy. PlayStation Showcase, September. I can only imagine what the fuck they show, man. I can only imagine. Like, I'm expecting some pretty big secrets. Okay, everybody. Verge Brizzle, hit me up. You have all my contact information whenever you feel free, whenever you're ready to play the game. Let me know. I'll be ready when you're ready. Everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow. I have no work tomorrow, so I'll probably be going live playing some games. True Witty, Spartan, Link, Games for Eternity, and I think that was all to join today. I want to give a big shout out to you guys joining in on the Sunday show for the panel. Everybody in the chat, from J Love coming back to my boy Nick, which helped me out yesterday on No Man's Sky, Briarios. William Wilder Beast, Verge Brizzle, Agosta, Cooper Clips, fucking legend right there, Cooper Clips. And many others. I'm scrolling up to try to get the right names. Jeff B. Gaming was in the building today. Ice Queen was in here. Vegan VR King. Just the normal suspects. Whoa. We missed the legend right there. Enzo, Mike Johnson, Vipers Reap Corner. Hold on, bro. Hold on. SIE. Bro, somebody else down here. They keep skipping over the name. There you go. Lorenzo. Lorenzo was in here. I don't know. Bro, I don't understand why we have so many motherfucking spam bots. There's too many fucking spam bots. Okay, I just added I gave 2 new people moderators. I think it was Vipers Reap and Lorenzo, because you guys weren't mods before. Predman was up in the building. Big shout out to you, Mr. Mass Produce, in the building holding it down in the chat. Like I said, Spartan God was up here early. Piece of shit troll came in here, Richard, with his multiple fucking accounts. Fuck that dude. Yeah. Again, big shout out to everybody that came out and really loves video games. The shit's only gonna get better. It's just so much, like, I gotta get these games out the way because if I don't, I'm gonna have a new generation of backlog. So I'm this week, you know, I'm hoping we don't have a lot of news to cover this week because I'm gonna probably be trying to play some games every fucking day. I'm gonna be just focused on chipping away at these platinums, and chipping away at completion of these games. So again, the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, I want to chip away at that platinum tonight, and then get back on Jedi Fallen Order and start going to these planets that I haven't fully completed as far as getting all the everything I needed to get. And then, I have a lot of free time for Ninja Turtles, which I think should be pretty easy to run through with a team. No Man's Sky is always here, but I seem to be stuck at the moment, so I don't know what that's all about. Ashen is on here. Returnal got pushed all the way back, but all I gotta do is do that new DLC or that they added. I got the Lake, Monster Boy, Nino Cooney. I still gotta go back on. I have never got to play World of Final Fantasy. I wanted to. I never got to fucking play it. My Name is Mayo 3. I picked that up, but I still haven't been able to play that. Yeah, I got a lot of games. I need to get on that shit. Ape Escape, Siphon Filter, Tekken 2, like all of those I gotta get back on, play. But I gotta start somewhere. I gotta start somewhere. So I'm gonna start with getting some trophies out the way on Nickelodeon All-Stars. You might see me get the platinum by the end of the night. You might not. But that's what I'm about to do. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's been subscribing to the channel, everybody that's been coming to the channel and hitting the like button, all the support, tweeting out when we're live, making sure your friends or family join. I appreciate all of that shit. We will be back tomorrow, roughly between 12 and 1, since I don't have work tomorrow. And we're going to play some games, Okay, I'm out.